Yo, what's up? Welcome to Chubbs Aquatics. You're live. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. See who's all here. Anthony Fishy Friends, Patty, Skull Aquatics, Catfish Terry. How y'all doing? Jenny Lynn. Yes, hello. What's going on? Yeah, y'all looking at the drip tank? Y'all tell me what's new. Maybe these guys right here. Madagascar Rainbows. Yep, got 6 of them. Yep, they doing fine. Got them about 4 days ago. Yeah, a little treat. Just take the edge off. Seeing these guys, and I had to get them. What's up, Ian? Right on. Welcome down to Bayou. I was hey Jenny, you. Yeah, I was caught up trying to put some bunk beds together, so I was a little late, but we here now. Yeah, everything's doing good, thriving. Got 6 new Madagascar Rainbows. Had to pick them up, couldn't pass them up. They just look spectacular. Yep. And also new is we got something new in the Silstream Roach tank. You can see one of them's out right now. And what's new in here is right up there. And they're not gonna come out. I'm gonna try to make them come out. Here they come. Make them out. Some Dwarf sparkling Gouramis. See, let it focus. There it is. For my tank backgrounds, well, some of them don't have a background, and otherwise, I use what is it? Shelf paper from like the dollar store, either black or white. And this other tank here, it's got the dark blue background. What's up, T-Bone? And then but for most of my tanks, it's either the black vinyl, like this one. I gotta get the remote turn light on, or the white vinyl. The black vinyl looks real good. But yeah, black vinyl, white vinyl, they both work good. Well, let the dog out. But yeah, whichever one you find on Facebook, as far as TDS pin, whichever one you can get, they're probably gonna work. They all cost about the same. Go with mid price range, you ought to do good. Won't miss. Hey, Cattle Aquatics, what's going on? Yeah, showing these Madagascar Rainbows. Yeah, work 12 hours, huh, buddy? I hear you. Yep. Madagascars. These guys are pretty damn cool. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them or seen them before. I had them before. But, yeah, heck of a fish. They get about 6 inches. Chewy knows a lot about them. Maybe Chewy could come up and tell you a whole bunch about them. Maybe tell me a bunch about them too. I did a little research on them, but I haven't found out too much about them. Yeah, they're doing great. They're thriving. Oh yeah, plants are doing real good. And then yeah, crips are doing great. Here I have in here. I think I got a Ehan 1000 or 500. Let me see. Yeah, 200 watt. No? Yeah, a 200 watt heater. Eon 200. Keeps it about 85 degrees. They work great. That's what I mainly use, the Ehans. And running a Title 70 on the 72 bow front sideways, and gives a pretty cross current. I got a little power head on the other side just to make it a circle. Works real good in this tank. Yeah, them crips are getting up there high. This is a 18-inch tall tank, so yep. Oh, thanks, Jenny. You. Yep. Yeah. It just takes a little time, a little effort. Um, really no effort with these crips. Just put them in, let them grow. Just you gotta remember the placement. You gotta remember how far away you place them because they will grow in. You see, got some clumps right there, and some open spots, and clumps missing right there. But it'll fill in. Leave in that. Best thing you can do with a plant is plant it and leave it alone. The more you move it, the less it's gonna grow. Yeah, they're all doing good in here. How's everybody out there? See if I can get this tripod. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'll just lay it down. Anybody wants to come on up? Y'all come on up. More than welcome to come up for y'all thing. Talk, bullshit, whatever y'all want to do. Give me a minute here to try to get this damn tripod fixed. Man, I gotta. Get you all steady shot. Oh, that's cool, Jenny. You want me to go check it out? Yeah, I haven't had much time for much lately. Hello, Maria. Big boy, hello. What's up, buddy? Showing off these Madagascar rainbows I got. Picked them up on a steal of a deal. Um, 6 of them. They're doing great. Wasn't really looking to get new fish, but when I seen them, I had to get them. You know how that goes. Like, they just look like they belong in this tank. New pins, that's what's up. Oh, that sucks, Maria. Yeah, but yeah, want to check out some more stuff here. So I can get these dwarf sparkling Gouramis that come in front of the thing now. These little guys are cool. There he is. I got 2 of these in here. There's some quick little buggers, but they pretty. And some dwarf sparkling Gouramis. What's up, Steven? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Ricky. Just showing off some new fish here. Some dwarf sparkling Gouramis and some new rainbows I got. Yo, good shot of them. Pretty little dude. These two, when I seen them at the pet store, I've been looking at them and looking at them, and man, I had to get them. Priscilla, thank you for the $10. I appreciate it. It will come in handy if still haven't found work. So yeah, I can use every dollar I can get. I appreciate it. Yeah, we everything's doing good, but we still struggling. We're making room though, making do. You know how that goes. If you got a dollar, you're gonna spend a dollar. Well, I had a couple dollars and a couple fish, and well, I didn't have no more dollars no more. But yeah, couldn't pass up the deal on these guys either. These were, I think, $3 a piece, and then the Madagascar Rainbows were, I want to say they were, I think, $4.99, $3.99, $5.99, something like that. Yeah, $5.99. They're almost $6 a piece for them, but I seen where they was going for $10 or $11 online, so I got a steal of a deal with them too. See if I can get this camera so wide angle. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I have to see a little more. What's up, Xanadu Doo? Kenny Lynn. Madagascar Rainbows, from what I've seen, they get about 6 to 7 inches, or 5 to 7 inches. But they don't get too big, but they got a lot bigger mouth than the thread fins. I'll turn around and feed them here in a minute. Show you that. Yeah, 7 from what I've seen, from what I read anyway, they get about 6. Might be a different genus, I don't know. Ones I got, they said about 6. But I could be wrong. I ain't no expert. I just go by what I'm told. Damn, Gouramis ain't gonna cooperate. No, all the fry you see are guppy fry. We just didn't have a place to put them and stuck them in here. You know, from a special male and special female. We want to see what kind of stuff we get. Yeah, I believe that's the ones I got there, Steven. Thank you, Priscilla, for lurking. Appreciate the $10. Thank you for who's that? Who's that? Yeah, the shape of them. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah. Let's go back over there. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty freaking cool. Couldn't pass them up myself. Not anybody would. Top 5, everything's in a goddamn way. There we go. Nah. Yeah, see that? Yeah, they're pretty. All right, Ricky, lurk away. Yep, yep. Madagascar Rainbows. Pretty little suckers, too. Yep, yep. Sorry, I'm crack a little bit. Hold on a second, I'm looking for this remote. Right? Yeah. That's why it's a quick escape. No hard rock, no life, no hard rock, no hardscape at all. Just quick. No hardscape at all, just crips. Well, yeah, there is a hardscape. See, that one rock right there. Yeah, no hardscape, no wood, just crypts. One of my designs, one of my ideas. 503, what's up? Yep, showing off these rainbows. That rock needs to go, huh? Yeah, right. Yeah, it's out of place. Yeah, buddy. Well, I did do some fish moving. Show y'all what I moved and where I moved it. Oh, trying to find this damn remote to this freaking thing. Everybody wants to come up. If you reach in the top of the, if you link to the top, y'all want to come up. Come on up. Share what you got. Show off your stuff. See what you do. You working? I wish I was working. Oh, you're talking about here. Yeah. Hope you ain't working. Somebody working. We're trying to go to work this week. You're trying to work. Well, sorry about all that things go. Never go easy around this motherfucker. All right, let's see. Y'all can see this tank real good. See the Texas cichlid coming in there real good. He's getting kind of big, about ready to move out. Gotta find a spot for him pretty soon. Yeah, this tank's doing phenomenal too. About to do another trim on it. Very overgrown. Here's everybody. Oh, you gotta move a tank? Thank you, Maria. Yeah, goddamn working shit. Yep. Yeah, that sucks, 503. Hope you can find somebody to help you. Cheers, and then I know where to put it. I'll tell you where to put it. Put it in the mail. Send it down here. I'll use it. Yeah, these lights are killer. They're some bright motherfuckers. They're not even all the way up. I hear you. Yeah, panicking might be able to help. Yeah, these lights are ridiculous. There you go, Ian. Good thinking. This is something new. We turned this into a guppy tank. Yep, we put all the guppies in here. We put some plants in there for them to start taking over. And we loaded all the guppies in here from the 4 different tanks that we had them in. We got a lot of babies, a lot of new looking endlers. Hey, DD, how you doing? Yep, we turned the old perch tank into the guppy tank. Added some new life to it. Yep. Added some rocks in the back. Got a aqua clear 110 with a sponge filter over there. We got aquarium co-op, big the large sponge filter in the back, and a night crew sky LED on the top with a Ehan Jaeger heater. Yeah, these guppies are pretty phenomenal. There you go. And you can see some of the guppies. Find them some food, yeah. There's some pretty spectacular ones up in there. All right, Jen. Appreciate you stopping in. I'm gonna come check out your video. Oh, that's awesome, man. Hey, catfish. Monster fish gal, hello. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. I'm uh, I'm gonna actually go get a catch cup, catch some of my large females out, and show you what they look like down here. Because I tell you what, they look completely different than the ones that Alex has. Um, so I'll show you what some real good colorations look like. Hey, catfish, good seeing you, buddy. Glad you can make it. Now stand by and look at the cup. All right, come on, let's check them out. Got my little stash spot down here. Oh, let me get that better camera view. Look at that beast, Gilly. Here's a baby Texas cichlid. There's one of my big girls. These killifish. Some of the small males right there. There she goes. Rocco's Fish Room, what's up? Anybody wants to come up? Y'all come on up. Sandy, nice to see you in here. Showing off the least killifish. Yeah, Self and Molly's. But yeah, there's some chunky girls. They're still, not quite a fingertip, but I mean, there's some chunky girls. Or at least killifish. But yeah. Self and Molly right there, and some more guppy grow out. Oh, it's like having to share lights for tanks. But that's what we got to do. Got some self. I got some least killifish in here too. You can see the red on these. Pretty good. See the sparkling gouramis right there. Not shy one bit. That's a good shot of them. There's some pretty little boogers. Tell you what. Oh, cat wants to go outside. Can't even see him. He's so black. Here's Exo Dons, fish keeping Jamaica. Hello. Welcome to Chubbs Aquatics. Chub Fish topic. How we doing, partner?
Well, hey
Shannon.
there, friend.
What's going on?
Well, let's see. I've had a very busy week. Last week I got fired. This week I took a nap like for 4 hours today. So I'm going to get on the job search tomorrow. But today I was like, I don't feel like doing anything. And for once, I actually don't have to. So I'm going to enjoy this until it gets to the point where it's not fun. And then I'm going to do something. And then by the end of the day, I was like, I did nothing with my day. I have to get my life
Right.
together.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did yesterday. So,
Tell you what, though, I was snoozing hard. I must have been tired, like real tired, because
oh,
I can
yeah.
almost never nap. And I slept so
No,
long.
that's cool. Everybody needs a good nap every now and then.
Oh
Good,
yeah,
good for the soul.
at our last auction, Ian got a bunch of killifish.
Oh
I'm a
yeah, the leaf
witness.
skilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was just showing them mine. Yeah, I was just showing some of my leaf skilly.
Oh, that's awesome. These aren't least killy, are they? Aren't these guppies?
Yeah, these
They're
are all guppy
beautiful.
cross.
Yeah.
I'll breed. I'll strands. I say they're doing pretty good. They're looking really good.
Yes, they are. All your tanks look amazing.
Mhm.
So part of why I'm pretty sure I got fired for last week was because I was out sick and had like doctor's
Yeah,
note and everything, but they still wanted me to work from home and I was like I had a really high fever. I'm like, I really can't. I don't remember anything. I'm sick. I really have to be off.
right.
And while I was off, my technician was taking care of the tank for me and she didn't realize that she needed to turn the light off.
Oh,
So when
stuff
I
around
came
the house.
back, it was all algae.
It was all what? What happened? Oh, solid
Algae.
algae. Huh.
Yeah. Yep. Because the light was left on the whole time. And I just upgraded the light too. So the tank was used to a lower light. So yeah, I was like, oh my
Yeah, that'll
gosh.
do it. I mean, yeah, higher light with more time. Yeah, that'll probably do it. But with the lower light, you could have probably left it on. It would have been all right. But the big light, no, it probably just like it did. Just probably started a bunch of algae.
Oh my gosh. The glass was like the swamp thing. I started scraping and it was just big chunks. I'm like, oh man, dang it.
Yeah, it happens.
But Kenny, I need to move my cottapunks and I have nowhere to put them at my house. Like I've filled up all of the space at my house. And so I'm like, crap, I'm gonna have to have this tank on the floor and I'm fixing to move and stuff. So it was just like, all right, I gotta get rid of it. And Ian's working tomorrow, so he couldn't come grab it, but he suggested I call Kenny, and Kenny's meeting me tomorrow at noon.
That's
And
awesome.
he said that if I get to a spot where I have room for it, I can just have it back, which I wouldn't do that. But he has the same
That's
fish
awesome.
too from a
Yeah,
different person. So
that's cool.
gotta love the fish fam, man.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Poor Ian. I want punks. Curse you, work.
Yeah. That sucks. Yeah. But yeah, never good, never good.
I tell you what, though, I've never, like, I said I'd never been fired before, but I actually had been fired from one job when I was a teenager that I forgot about, and I totally had it coming. I got real mouthy with someone that I thought I was smarter than, like teenagers are wont to do. But I
Yeah,
felt terrible about it. This job, I was so flippin' relieved. I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. Like smiling, happy about it. And
right.
then because they're not a great place to work for. They pay really low wages
Right.
and like promise bonuses and stuff that are impossible to achieve.
Typical.
And my technician, when she heard I quit, she was like, "Oh my goodness, thank God," because I was already looking for other jobs. And then I'm like, "Oh, no worries, I totally understand." And then she went into work, and they had cut her hours by half within an
Right.
hour of like start time. And
That's
she's only
retarded.
been there 3 weeks, and she's like, "No, I'm out."
That sucks.
So I was kind of like, well, that's validating. At least it's not just me who thinks this place is for the birds.
Yeah. Well, gotta take the good with the bad sometimes, and sometimes you gotta know when when it's bad to get out.
Well, I think being out and not being willing to work from home while I was sick, like not being able to work from home. Like when I get a super high fever, I'm a little cuckoo. Like I'm not processing properly. But
Right.
also, they wanted me to pull drywall. And in Oregon and Washington, you have to have a contractor's license to do that. And if you don't, like, you can be fined like $7,500 or $10,000 personally, and the
Whoa.
company gets fined. And I
Yeah.
explained all this to them, and they're like, "Look, it's a part of your job. And if you're not willing to do it, then we'll find somebody who will." And I'm like, I
Okay.
just like, whenever they'd say that kind of crazy stuff to me, I'd just be like, okay. And then I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
So it was my
And I
bad
know
for
now
not
they're gonna
sticking up
find
for
me.
my, right? It's like, I would feel sketchy doing it even if you all were the only ones on the line, but I'd probably do it so long as it was you all on the line. But when you're talking about it
Thank.
being me on the line,
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
good.
Yeah. Thanks, freaky fish lady. Have a good one. Oh, let's see who there. Yeah. What'd you say, Rocco?
How's
How you
everybody?
doing? How you doing,
What's
buddy?
up, Rocco?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Man, I'm glad
Doing
to
all
hear
right.
it. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
Doing
There.
all right.
So how you been, Chubbs? Man, I'm kind of worried about you a little bit. I haven't heard from you too much, man.
Yeah, I've been on the ground trying to find some work, trying to get things straightened up, getting all these
I hear you,
tanks
brother.
back in order, and you know how it
I
goes.
hear you.
Hurricane
I hear you. Oh,
recovery.
trust me, I know. Unfortunately, I do.
Yep.
So what's the good word this evening?
Uh, everything's alive. I'm still kicking and breathing too.
Hell yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
So I wanted to let y'all know, since there's a whole bunch of people in here that I know donated to the classroom tank, it's
Yes.
up, full of water, full of plants, cycling as we speak. So
Awesome.
hopefully in the
That's
next
awesome.
couple of weeks or so, we'll be able to get the fish back in there. So
Oh,
I'm pretty
that is
stoked.
so cool. That is so cool, man. Good job.
Well, man, you know what? I, I was struggling, man, because I was trying to find that dang fitting for the dang python thing. Because the sink is like literally about this deep.
It's a
You know what I
baby
mean?
sink
Yes, and it's an old classroom sink, is what it is, right?
for little
So
kids, probably.
yeah, yeah. So I was all like, man, I don't know if I can get this python, and I can't get a jug down in there to like a gallon by gallon. So I was like,
Oh,
okay, what am I gonna have to do? Like slowly trickle water in the sink and then siphon it out of the sink into the tank? How am I gonna do this?
Uh,
So, but I got to figure it out, man. And as soon as I got that piece, man, it was on like Donkey Kong. But I was gonna show you. And I tell you what, I got so many plants, man. I got plants from natural aquariums. I got plants from Skull. I got plants from God. I got it written down in my book, but I got so many plants, man. I got plants from Dustin's Aquarics or whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called.
really?
And
That's cool.
I bought some from Aquarium Co-op, and I had
Yeah,
so many stinking plants. But man, it turned out really nice though. Let's see if I can.
that's awesome. Yeah, I wanted to send you some plants, and then freaking hurricane
Right.
happened.
There you go. If you want to show that, I don't know if you can see my phone or not. Really good.
Oh yeah, hold on 1 second.
Yeah. You can see it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
man, it's
that's
looking good.
awesome.
It's looking real good.
Yeah. I mean, once I figure once some of the what do you call it, the dwarf sage grows out, and uh, some of the other there's some bronze crypts that somebody, I can't remember who sent me the bronze crypts off the top of my head, but once those actually start to bloom out a little bit, it's going to look beautiful. I think it's going to look really nice. And I took some wood out of the wood out of my angelfish tank, so now I got to get wood for my angelfish tank. so
Those
far it's looking
kids,
good,
that is
man.
going to make such a huge difference.
Hell yeah.
Such a huge
I hope
difference
so.
for them.
I hope so. I really
Good
do
job.
hope so. Well, thank you,
Nice.
thank you. And
Yeah,
and now some of the other teachers are talking about, oh yeah, I want to do an aquarium. I want to do an aquarium.
Yep.
So guys, I'm going to be pointing people towards you to get plants and things like that. So try to help the fish fam out too. So
Oh yeah.
if people need plants and you need a couple extra bucks, I'm going to be sending some people your way.
There you go.
That's awesome, Rocco. Good job.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I know Shanna, you donated too, so I'm hoping you approve.
Absolutely. Well, and the thing is, my son is on the autism spectrum, and like he's really high functioning and everything now, but it's because of the interventions he had with a teacher like your girl, and like all of the support and everything. He was able to really like grow and learn to where
Right.
he doesn't need the special stuff, but like soothing techniques was such a huge skill for him to learn. And a fish tank is just, it's a really easy way for them to kind of
Exactly.
zone
I
out
agree.
and chill out and then get to a point where they can start doing that work that they need to do. And so I'm
Right.
just absolutely all for it.
Oh well, thank you.
That's awesome.
I didn't know your little man was autistic.
Yep. Well, nobody
Well,
really
God bless
knows
you.
anymore
I'm going
because
to
you
tell
would
you.
never notice from
Right.
how he is
Right.
now. Like the
Well, see
interventions
that's
in
like.
his school were everything.
Well, I'm telling you what, and I'm speaking from experience. Some of the schools in this area, and I'm not bashing this area. Don't take it that way. But a lot of the teachers, they just they're just like they get fed up so fast. They're like, oh, that's it, I'm done. And they just want to shove them out the door.
Mhm.
And it's unfortunate. It really is. And I'm so thankful that your son had a great opportunity with some good teachers and things like that to get him squared away. That's really cool. So
We had
now
a couple crummy teachers
has
too.
to deal with me. Oh yeah, they try and then they, because you know how they do
But
their
the thing is,
IEPs and all
well,
that stuff, and they try to say, oh, we're not doing that.
as a parent, you have the right to go in and like advocate on your child's behalf. And when you go in and
Absolutely.
advocate for your kid, you're advocating for that whole class. Because Ben was definitely like a canary in the coal mine. He had the same stuff going on that all the other kids had. It was just turned up a
Yep.
little and he was more sensitive. And so when the teacher started making him feel bad about himself, I was like, oh, this is not happening. And I went in there and read him the riot act and explained that he was the teacher and he was formally educated to do a job, and that job was to educate my child, and he better figure out how to do a better job at it. Or I was going to show up in his class every day because I'm already a volunteer. I cleared the federal background check. I will be here. And we got a
Exactly.
really nice apology letter, and that whole class benefited from that. And
Oh,
I'm a
Well, high
huge
five to you for
proponent of
sure.
public schools and being involved in your kids' classrooms because it makes such a big
Absolutely.
difference.
Huge difference. Huge difference. And I
absolutely.
know, like for right now, my kids are going to be homeschooled because of the whole COVID thing, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm the teacher now, so I see what they go through. And I've known for the last 6-7 years, I've known what they go through. But still, that's not an excuse to be a dirtbag at your job. You know what I mean? And I take being a stepdad extremely serious. I mean, those are my kids, and ain't nobody gonna do my kids wrong. And I definitely not gonna do my kids wrong. So now I got to step up my game and remember all that stuff that I learned back in grade school and in high school, and try to figure out what's going on now, because I know the school system, everything is done so much different now than when I was in school, 30 some years ago. But well, I'm sure I'll make it happen. But yeah, now I'm the teacher, and now I get to instill some intelligence on my kids that they deserve.
That's cool,
though. They've been passed over a lot, and it's not fair. Because I mean, they're like my son. My son has Asperger's. He's autistic, hyper, attention deficit, and this is a plethora of other stuff that he's been diagnosed with.
Right.
And I mean, he's got social issues where he doesn't, he doesn't like if he's going to meet somebody, he's like he's just kind of real bashful and shy, and so I don't know if it's because he's shy or what the case is, but he lacks in some social skills. So I try to prepare him whenever we meet somebody, or we go someplace together. I try to prepare him, and he's doing really good, man, and he's really catching on. So my hat's off to my little man. If you're watching, buddy, I love you.
That's awesome.
I didn't mean to take over your stream, brother. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I ain't worried about that at all. But yeah, man, that sounds good. That's awesome.
But I'm just glad you got somebody that got your son squared away, because I'm telling you what, that just yanks my heartstrings like you wouldn't believe, man.
Yes, indeed.
With Ben, there's some really good curriculums out there to help. It's called social emotional learning and mindfulness curriculums for like little grade schoolers. And he ended up at a school where it was a K-8, and just for the whole school, they taught those curriculums too. And it was about like good thinking behaviors and like practicing mindfulness. Instead of like just be quiet in the hallway, they talk about walking mindfully while you're paying attention to where you're going and thinking about your transition. And it's like, when I first heard about it, like before I knew, I was like, what is this hippie woo woo stuff? And then like in order to have that cohesiveness, like I started working with him at home on the same stuff. The teacher sent home the curriculum so that he and I could practice it too. And I started doing it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, do you know how many more friends I would have had if I had learned how to be a good friend? Goodness gracious.
I know they do that now. They do that now here too. RB.
Yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this
it happens to my son too, RB.
There's a wild caught gambusia and sailfin mollies.
Say that one more time.
That is so cool.
I didn't quite catch it all.
There's a wild caught gambusia and sailfin mollies. Wild caught sailfin mollies.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so mosquito fish and sailfin mollies.
Way cool.
Yeah.
Now sailfins are pretty, I think, because they got that huge fin, and what do the wild ones look like?
Yeah, they got the huge fin. That's where they get them from. But these are small still. You see a couple of them up there at the top.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're still nervous because they are in here with the big Texas cichlid. But he actually leaves them alone. I mean, he don't bother them at all.
Right. Now I had to take my Texas cichlid. I had to take and put him in his own tank because he was beating up on my Oscars.
Oh yeah, they definitely will.
It's like, well, fellas, looks like you got the tank all to yourself now.
Wait, I thought Oscars were the big bad baddies. I didn't realize.
That Texas cichlid is a little bit bigger.
Yeah, you want it the opposite way. You want a big Oscar and a small Texas cichlid.
Yeah, exactly.
They're bruisers.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can show y'all hair and some
Adele, hey. how are
Breeding
you?
activity. Check that out.
Yes.
Oh, isn't he pretty?
Oh
That's the female.
my goodness. She is
Male is in the back.
beautiful.
Look at
And those
that.
are wild fish? Like those are fish
Yeah,
just
these were
swimming
caught in the
around in
wild.
your
I
waters?
caught these
Yeah.
on a hook and line.
What?
Yep. Yep. We got them
Out
down here in
here I
Texas.
catch trout. That's what I get. And they're pretty and all, but not real good for fish tank pets.
Yeah.
Don't do so good. I love that wood frame on the tank too. That's real cool
That is
looking.
pretty, right?
Yeah, that's supposed to go with this frame here. Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, that's that one you
Did
made.
you
Yeah.
burn them? Did you show Shugi on them? Where you
No,
torch
I
them and
didn't.
then wire
It's
brush?
just that's a blue stain, and that
Ooh.
I just feathered back to show the grain.
Right on.
So a little different technique, but shows it off about the same.
It's
It's pretty.
beautiful.
They cleared off about that whole bottom of this 39 gallon, 46 gallon boat front.
Oh
Right
wow.
on. See, now I want to go out and buy a bunch of woodworking tools and build me a stand like that.
Look at the woodwork I got in here.
Put some zebra plecos in there.
Oh.
This is a Placo
That
tank.
would look really cool with that wood, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
there you go. Albino
I
long
got some albino long fins that are growing out in here. But yeah, you can pretty much see all the wood that I got in here. It's a lot.
It's beautiful.
Makes
Love
like 2 different layers on the tank, and
right on.
they got the bottom to themselves. They got that Placo cave back there that they're trying to spawn in. They're clearing up the whole bottom. Whole bottom of the tank is clear.
They want the one place that isn't.
Yeah.
Right.
They got that one little perch in here that I've been trying to get out that I can't catch. And he can't catch him either, so he's a fast little booger.
He's like, nope, can't catch me. Fast
Mhm.
as fast can be.
Yeah, that's a
I
red
did
spot.
get some more pleco spawn though. Thank God.
You did?
Yes, because
That's awesome.
the last spawn I had, almost all of them died because of the dang the power went out, and
Oh yeah.
the water was stagnant for a little bit, and they just didn't cope well. I guess being babies like that, they didn't cope very well. So
Yeah. At
hopefully
least your
this
big
time
ones
around
made
it'll
it
be good.
through. That's
Oh
good.
yeah, I lost 2 that were like maybe 3 inches long.
Oh,
But,
gotcha.
I got probably in that pleco tank. I bet you I probably got 14, 15 plecos in there right now.
Right?
And I'm constantly cleaning it out.
Yep.
All right,
But,
gentlemen,
yeah.
I gotta scoot down. I'll be bugging you from chat though.
I'll
All
take
right.
care, girl. Good talking to you.
Coming up, China.
Thank you. And beautiful tanks as always, Chubb, Rocco. Good to see you. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Right on.
All right.
Mike's Aquatics and Things. What's up?
What's up, Mike? But,
Michelle Kinsley, hi.
hey, Michelle.
I'm just glad you made it through this hurricane thing all right, man.
Yeah, dude. I lost a lot, but a lot stayed alive.
Right. Now, as far as your house, everything's good with the house though, right?
Yeah, there's a couple shingles knocked off the top, but I mean, no real damage.
Oh man, you lucked out then, brother.
Yeah, well, I rent anyway, so it wouldn't have been my problem, but I would still have to try to probably move. Hey,
Right.
hey, Danny, what's up?
Yo, what's up?
But, yeah. It sucks I lost that big jack out of this tank and 2 Placos. But, yeah. Life goes on.
Life goes on, brother. I mean, it could have been worse. Could have lost everything.
Yeah, could have.
Could have lost a whole lot more fish.
I was shocked that I kept the rummy nose and the redfin rainbows alive. They're supposed to be real.
Oh wow, Yeah.
sensitive fish. You know, they went 9 days with no power, no lights, no circulation, no nothing.
Wow.
You
Yeah, I'm
know,
surprised they didn't get gassed out.
they didn't. It was in that crypt tank.
Yeah, well, the plants probably did them really good, probably.
Yeah, I would imagine. So yeah, they got lucky. I mean, well, really, I was pretty lucky. The only tank that I really had a big loss in was the sunfish tank, which are all big fish,
Right.
and I pretty much lost everything out of there. But I think it was just a 40-gallon tank with 14 fish in it. 6 inches or better. It
Yeah.
was a disaster waiting to happen, really.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, like I said, but you know what though? That door might have got closed, but there's another one open. So
oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
What's up, Chewy? GRB.
Chewy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now, talking about fish, Maria Z sent me these Galaxy Tiger guppies.
Oh yeah.
And she sent me just, I think it was like 6 or 8 of them all together. I can't remember exactly the
Right.
number. But those 6 or 8 guppies have turned into about 40 or 50, maybe 60.
Oh, it don't take long.
Oh, I know. I got one female. One female's already had 2 spawns already.
Oh yeah. Now these are my new ones. These are the Madagascar Rainbows.
Those are pretty.
Yeah.
Really. Now, what are you using for substrate?
In this tank, I got sand at the bottom with Eco Complete and fluoride, Cesium fluoride.
Okay. Now, do you have a problem? Or no, I guess that would be the vice versa, though, huh? Yeah. I'd say putting sand on top of Eco Complete probably wouldn't be a good thing.
No, you don't want to put the sand on top because the
It'll
Eco
seep right
Complete,
through.
you're just blocking out the Eco Complete.
Yeah.
But what I do is I put the sand, then I put the Cesium fluoride, and then I put the Eco Complete on top.
Gotcha. I know that
Sure
school
good.
tank. I did. What was it? It was 100 pounds of Seachem, or not Seachem, but Carib Sea. It's I can't remember. There's a certain name for that sand, but there's a 50-pound bag for $18. I was like,
Right.
done.
Oh yeah.
Because I know Kevin sent one. It was a 50-pound bag, and I was like, there's no way that's going to be enough. So I went ahead and bought another bag, and it seemed to be just right. Because there's like some places it's like 4 inches deep, some places it's 3 inches deep. So it turned out pretty good. And I'm hoping just a regular straight sand, because I've had good luck with just straight sand before. So
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, this is river sand that I got. It comes straight out the Mississippi River. So.
well, shoot, you got good sand then.
Oh yeah, they got more nutrients in it than the law allows.
Hell yeah. That's one thing I have to say. I really miss living by the river like that. Man, we used to catch all kinds of really cool aquatic life when I was a kid. We catch like different crawdads and just you name it, we could find it. And now I don't live by anything quite like that. And it sucks. I miss that, man. Being outdoors like that all the time.
Right on. Yep. Yeah, Danny, I don't see where it would be a problem. I mean, I'd just rather see the black rocks than the sand, I don't know if it's neat. But yeah, either way you put it, as long as it's in the tank, it's going to help. So, I mean, it don't matter.
Right.
Either way.
What I really want to try, though, when I get back to work and get working and making some money again, but I really want to do that under gravel filtration system that Degenerate Fish Keeper was doing.
I used to do them 20
Something
years
about
ago.
that is way cool, man. I really want to
I've
try
been
it.
doing. I did under gravel filters 20 years ago.
You know, my dad used to do it all the time too, and I never did. I never did it. But my
Yeah, it's a
dad was
pretty
like
good system,
diehard.
but if you don't watch yourself, you get and it gets backed up underneath there and causes a spike. So
Yeah,
sometimes you gotta flush out the underneath there, through the
so
underground filter.
yeah. So I mean,
Like
how would
once
you
a
do that? Just take
year,
everything.
like once a year, you take a garden hose, you just push it down into your overflow or your air overflow. Just
Yeah.
push it down there and let all that shit come up the other way while you're holding a siphon over it.
Ah, I got you. Okay.
And
It'll come
the
out
other
the side.
side, you have two accesses to the underground filter. Put the water
Right.
hose on one side, you put the siphon hose on the other side, you suck all the shit out from underneath the gravel just to kind of give it a flush through. And
Right.
that'll keep you from having a toxic backup.
Oh, right on. Right on. Yeah, because I never seen my dad clean that out. You know, I
Yeah.
know he did. I just never seen him do it.
Yeah, some people go years and years and years without having a problem with it. But
Mhm.
for me personally, keeping big fish or predator fish or whatever,
Right.
you get a lot of buildup, a lot of shit that underground filter is trying to take care of, and
Right.
it helps to flush it out, every so often, once a year, twice, once every 2 years, whatever.
Right.
But
See,
yeah,
I
underground
think
filters work
like
good too, but
the
they're not
next
real good plant producers though. I mean, I guess it would work, but I would think the root system would clog up the underground filter.
right. Right. I think next year gonna work. We'll have a fish tank in that classroom again, but next year I think I want to do the undergravel filter in that with Eco Complete on top. Just put
Yeah.
just fill the whole thing with Eco Complete. See how that
I
works.
mean, Eco Complete, I don't think would do real good with an underground filter.
You don't think so?
Simply because the way it works. It's a lot of different shape and different size material that all goes in together, and
Right.
it kind of creates like a barrier.
Yeah, I guess it
And
would.
it
Yeah.
locks together, and it creates a barrier, kind of like dirt does. You know what I'm saying? You need
Sure.
a
Sure.
real, like a more porous rock for the underground filter to really work good because it's trying to suck all the mold through the rock.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But Eco Complete itself, it'll draw that mold down so far, for so
Right.
long. But I don't think I think you need a more porous, more symmetrical stone
It's
for
almost
an
almost
underground
like a pea
filter.
gravel type, like a
Yeah,
pea
yeah,
gravel.
like a aquarium, like gravel stone or whatever.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I will look
too
into
fine
that.
of too fine of material and the filter won't work. I don't believe.
Right. I know I have what three tanks with Eco Complete in it, and I love that stuff.
Oh, Eco Complete's the best thing you can get, but you can't really get it right now.
Yeah. If you can, it's expensive.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to charge you, $30 for 10 pounds when I used to get it $20, $25 for 20 pounds.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then again, I mean, I could also just go get, and I don't know how hard it would be, but I'm
What's
wondering
that
how
pretty
hard it would
G?
be. 3G, what's up?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Same stuff, different day, brother. How about you?
Can y'all hear me all right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're green, brother. You're green.
Good deal.
What's happening, Captain?
That's pretty.
Let's see.
Good.
That's hella pretty, man. I dig that.
All right, I want to come up and hang out with the cool cats.
Oh yeah, right
Oh,
on.
I better leave then.
I was thinking the same thing, Rocco.
Shit, we better leave, man.
All right. I know we ain't the cool kids.
Right?
Yeah,
That is
Kenny,
a hell of a pretty thing, brother.
and Tennessee, Kenny and Chattanooga Ed ain't here, so we ain't the cool kids. So
I heard
Right.
that.
Man, the other night I felt like such an ass. The other night, man, because Ed had asked me to come up on his show. So I mean, I came back from Austin, sat down in my chair, and I literally literally sat down. Didn't even get to my computer yet, and my phone starts ringing, and it was Kenny. So I answered. I was like, Kenny, what's up? He's like, hey, you're being paged, brother. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm being paged? He says, well, they're Ed and Rico's waiting for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not even supposed to be there for another hour yet. You know? And he's like, no, man, the show's right now. I'm like, oh, crap. So I ended up being 15 minutes late, man. I was like, oh, man.
yeah,
I felt bad. I mean, I know things happen, but still, I felt like a dick.
yeah. Yeah, 3D is looking good, buddy.
That's looking hella good. I wish I could
Right.
find some big pieces of wood like that.
That's what I call a chub style right there.
Right on. Right on, right on.
So now,
Yep.
where y'all getting these huge pieces of wood? You just going out and finding them?
In the
or what?
river?
Yeah, that was a cypress tree that was struck by lightning out in the middle of Caddo Lake, and I broke that off of it.
There you go. Hey, Fish Mom, Susan, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? I'm gonna have to do that because we got a few river systems by here, but they're not like super accessible. So I guess maybe one of these days, me and my son will have to go out and go wood hunting.
Chubbs, you can't tell it, but there's about a dozen least killifish in there. Scarlet Batis, Suda McGill,
Susan McGill, yeah.
Suda McGills, long fin Danios, red tail Dalmatian platies,
Uh-huh.
Pandagaras.
See the Pandagaras.
Yeah, they're there at the bottom.
Yeah, those feisty little rascals.
All right.
Indeed.
Yeah. Nice setup, man. Real nice fish, too.
There's some cherry shrimp in there and bamboo shrimp.
Oh, yeah?
Oh wow, really?
I wanted to get some of those. I never did get none.
I think those are the coolest thing, man.
Yeah.
We got a little, yeah, it's a little panda cory right there. There you go.
Yeah, those are long fin pandas too.
Oh, those are sweet.
Hell yeah.
Well, Jess I was over at her house the other day, and she has a bunch of baby long fin panda cories, bunch. They're gonna be
Cool.
ready for
Oh
sale.
wow, way cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get with her.
Yep.
She's so hard for me to get in touch with. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. You not like me. You don't never see her. I talk to
Yeah, it seems like I never see her ever.
her.
Yeah, it's impossible to get her to answer her phone.
Right?
Yeah,
God, I keep looking all over that tank. There's like so much going on, man.
I know. It's awesome.
That is really cool, man.
Yeah, that really is kind of my style of tank.
Yeah, man.
Hell
Yeah. It's got the ram's horn snails, mystery snails, and there's some chocolate rabbit snails in there
Right on.
also.
Way cool.
Yeah, nice little ecosystem you got there. You got your food web. You got your, cherry shrimp. That if the bigger fish get hungry enough, they'll eat the little shrimp, and
That's it.
so you got to keep them fed so they keep off the plants.
And I set this tank up. It's probably about 5 months old, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Plants look
Yeah.
super
Hey,
healthy,
what's
too.
up, buddy? Oh yeah, plants look great.
Yep, just some old shop lights.
Right
Oh,
on. You know
yeah.
what? I got some on my rack, my fish rack too, man.
The cheap Walmart specials.
Heck yeah, less than $20.
That's right, exactly.
Hell
No,
yeah.
I've seen them, and I would use them, but I never did ever get them. But
Yeah, because they're right at what is it like? Is it 55 or at 5,000 kelvins?
Yeah,
I can't
55.
remember. Is it 55,000?
Yeah, that's a 255 48-inch light bars on that tank.
Yep. And they work great, man.
well, yeah,
I
I mean,
know when
it's enough to do for lower light plants.
yeah, and they you know what, those lights also work really well for and if you're a gardener guy, you know, you like to you know plant a garden, they work great for making like your like your pepper what do you call them? Oh Jesus, here we go. I can't remember what I'm trying to say. Like you plant them indoors and you let them grow up a little bit, and you take them outside and plant them.
Oh, like a indoor nursery.
Yeah, like a little nursery. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah, Danny, right. Yeah,
You're
65
right, Danny.
65
Absolutely.
on.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's where you want to try to get. But I mean, anywhere close to it is good, you know. But
That's it. Seedlings.
65 is the sweet spot. Every time I go, I don't even see none over 5,000. I don't
Right.
even try.
On this season. But yeah, I mean they work good. I mean, it's if you want to get some seedlings, you know, seedlings growing, those shop lights work great, real good. And then you know I got the purple, that what do you call it, the black light for in the evenings,
All right.
you know. And I've had cops knock on my door. Hey, what's going on in that shed back there? I'm like, what do you mean? What's all those grow lights back there for?
Hey,
Peppers.
come take a look. Hey, want to
Yeah,
take a look?
yeah, come on in and take a look, you know. So I'll walk them through the house. I'll see the fish. Like, wow, man, you got a lot of fish too. I'll take them out on the back deck into the shed, and they're like, oh, wow, you got a lot of freaking peppers too. It's like, yeah, I like peppers. So I was like, here, take some home with you.
Oh yeah, make a friend out of them. Shit.
Hell
Don't worry
yeah.
about him
And
no
it seems
more.
like, exactly. It seems like every spring I always get I'll get a cop car or two parked out in front of the house.
Oh yeah.
Ask me if I got any peppers started.
All right, on.
I don't mind. Shoot. I know
Yeah.
we got a nursery probably about 15 miles from here, and I took him about 3 years ago. I took him probably about $300-400 worth of seeds, and every year I go over there, he's like, "Here, just take some, just take some." I don't pay for nothing. I don't pay for nothing anymore.
Right on.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's always
I
cool.
get all kinds of house plants and whatever you can think of.
All right.
It's pretty cool. Then my neighbor next door, she owns a greenhouse, a huge greenhouse, and every spring she'll drop, you know, like a little flat of uh, like what did she drop me off this year? It was well, some peppers, or excuse me, it was some tomatoes that I had gave her like 3 years ago, and she took the seeds and regrew more pepper or more tomato plants. And these tomatoes, they're called it's something blueberry, but wherever the sun hits the tomato, they turn black.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, and they're really tasty. I mean, really tasty.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome there, Mike. Mike Squattick's doing a giveaway, upcoming
Oh,
giveaway.
sweet.
We got to check in on that. Keep an eye out.
Right on, right on.
Yes, sir. What's up, Jimmy P?
What are you giving away, Mike? What are you giving away? Is it a secret or is it a surprise? We got us a flower horn. Look at that.
Yep.
He's pretty.
Nice.
Now, how old is he?
I've had him about 2 months, I guess.
Wow. Now, how are you grooming him to get that nuchal hump so big?
Man, I just feed him.
Really?
I've always thought they was kind of an ugly fish, and they never really appealed to me.
Yep.
I went in the pet store, and this guy was following me up and down the tank. He's like, "Hey, I'm going home with you. You don't know it, but I'm going home with you." And he has been a joy. I love him. He's a cool dude.
I
Let's
got
see.
2 of them myself.
Let's see here.
Yep.
Now, what kind is he? Now, what breed of flowerhorn is he?
Mean ass mother effer.
Right,
Uh,
right,
He's a comfa. I don't know what exactly.
right. He's pretty though.
Yeah, and I mean, I feed him all kind of stuff. He eats a lot of guppies,
Right on.
and you know,
thank you, Lord.
Now, do you feed him? Do you feed him like special like flower horn pellets and all that stuff, or no?
negative. Negative. He loves tuba flex worms. That's what he's eating right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting it on frame. I can't see my phone.
Oh yeah, we can
So
see it.
you're in there. You're in there. How cool is that?
Yeah.
I got I got a red dragon and a super red. I got a red dragon female and a super red dragon male.
Cool.
And he's
Yeah,
probably 6, 8 months old now. And he's got a hump, but it's not big like that at all.
Do you think it's a female?
No, it's a male for sure, male.
Well, you know, when I got him, like I said, I wasn't really interested in one, but he's fun to play with. Very, very interactive.
Oh, he's cool, man.
Just better than Oscar, I'd say, for interaction. And that's hard to beat.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
That's hard
I'll
to
give you
beat.
that. Yeah, it's true too. Very true.
I was debating on whether I was going to get these rainbow fish or a true monster, the mighty Dovai.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
They had a Dovai wolf cichlid, and they also had a rainbow wolf cichlid.
Oh wow.
And I was debating on getting that as well. And boy, if I'd have had a bigger tank somewhere, because I know that Dovai is going to get 36 inches.
Right.
And the rainbow wolf, he ain't going to be a slouch either.
Right. Right.
But yeah, they had some true monsters over there.
All day.
And they had a black lancer cat.
Oh wow.
Dude, I almost shit a brick when I seen him. I wanted to get him so damn bad I could taste it, but he was just too expensive.
Right.
That black lancer, man, that was a beautiful freaking little specimen. I mean, he was about 4 inches long, and they wanted about, he was jet black, and they wanted about $75 for him.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of them now. They are gorgeous.
Man, that was a beautiful little cat. They get big.
Do
they get big. They get pretty big. I think they get over 36 inches.
Oh shoot! So it's like almost like a red-tailed cat. Almost.
Yeah. Yeah, they get big, but they are some beautiful black catfish.
Yes, sir. Now, the only black catfish I got a spotted Raphael. That's the only thing I got.
Yeah.
He's another rescue. They had him in a cichlid tank, and they beat his ass. I mean, he hardly had any tail left at all, and one of his dorsal fins were, or part of his dorsal fin was pretty beat up, and so I was like, well, what do you want to do with him? You know, I'll take him off your hands, but you're gonna have to give me a good price because he's beat up. And I don't know if he's gonna make it. So, but that's all three of my Raphaels. That's how I've gotten all of them. They were all beat up.
Yeah.
Because the last person that they had running their fish department obviously had no clue what they were doing.
Look at the size of this boy.
Oh, look at there.
Yeah.
That's a big Texas. He's hanging size. I mean, he's at the back of the tank. You can see him. He's huge. Here you go. Let's try this.
You know, I've yet to
As you
see
can see,
There
anybody.
you go.
Yeah, he's big.
There you
He
go.
is
They
big.
get let you know how big he is.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, mine's nowhere near that big yet.
Oh yeah. But
Mine
Yep.
might be 3 inches long, 4 inches long, maybe.
he loves to eat snails.
Detroit shrimp. He doesn't. Yeah, I know. I noticed that too. He'll chow down on some ram's horns, buddy. God, what time is it getting? I got to get up early tomorrow.
What's up there, Brian?
There he is, Detroit shrimp. How you doing?
He's doing good though. These Texas cichlids are tough.
Yes, they are.
So I'll tell you what. I think 14 guppies, or 14 sunfish, and 2 catfish, 1 Texas cichlid. Only the Texas cichlid live.
You tough little bugger.
Yeah, turn this into a guppy tank.
I don't know what's going on with all the dang guppy grass that I had, but it like and it's the only plant in the entire tank that started getting blackbeard algae all over it.
Come on.
And it was the
On the guppy grass?
Yeah, on guppy grass, yes.
Huh.
I just ended up yanking it all out and said, the hell with it, I'm done with it.
I would yank it out, spray it with peroxide, and throw it back in the water.
You
Yeah.
don't think it could be staghorn, huh?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, I tell you what, hill stream loaches eat that blackbeard algae.
Well, I guess I need to go get me some.
Got 7 of them.
And I showed on Degenerate the other day, I had a tank that was just covered in the green hair algae.
Yeah.
And I put some long, thin rosy barbs in there, and they cleaned it out, even on the plant leaves. And I had some water wisteria in there.
Really?
And they cleaned it out in between the leaves. You know how it's hard to pull it out of there?
Yeah.
It's so cool seeing the little fish swim around with a big pile of green hair algae in its mouth and then see it disappear.
Cool, that's cool.
Way cool.
And they
So
and
I need stream loaches and some rosy barbs. That's what I
the
need.
long, thin rosy barbs will also eat duckweed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Most barbs will.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my golden barbs, my giant Danios, my black Reuben barbs even eat duckweed.
Huh.
So does my guppies. My guppies eat duckweed.
Oh shit, my guppies won't touch it.
Yeah, same.
Now my severums, they'll eat duckweed.
Oh yeah.
They'll eat anything actually.
Got all kinds of guppies in there, man.
Oh dude, they got tons of them. This is a purple mosaic, baby.
Right, pretty.
And then
Got some enders in there too.
this is a mixed endless guppy tank. Got
Right on.
so many different shades and colors and schemes, and it's retarded. I tell you what, I got a guppy over here. Y'all ain't gonna believe. Get the light on in here.
And that guppy got some big teeth.
See if we get him to come out to the front. But I actually have a guppy in here with a Nike check.
What?
Swear to God, he got a Nike check.
I'll be damned.
See if I can't find him. Get him up here in the camera. Did I move him already? I moved him over there to the other tank.
You got a couple beta females in there?
Yeah, I got a couple betas in here. You can see the big red beta right there. Bright red. Another female going up there. They've been together their whole lives and they don't bother each other.
That's good then.
Yeah, over a year they've been together. There's a big fat gal eating all the guppy babies, all of these killy babies. And then, yeah, I must have moved that fish.
Oh, there's a fry in there.
These killy fish.
Right. Big old shrimp.
And the birds are growing out. Let's go find that Nike check guy. Let's see. Now it's going to be almost impossible to see him. His tank.
Which one is it?
But yeah, he literally has a Nike check on the side of him. That's the coolest freaking
That
thing.
is too cool.
Yeah. When anybody says something about their guppies or anything, I was like, yeah, does yours have a Nike check?
Right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's got to be a 1 in a billion. There he is, right there. There you go, right there.
I didn't see it.
All right, guys. I had a guy this weekend that was getting out of the hobby.
Yeah.
Gave
Yeah,
me
I
a
heard about
40 breeder, 220 longs, 229s, and a 10.
Cool.
And I kept the 40 breeder and the 220 longs. I gave Jess the 229s and the 10.
That's
that.
cool.
And so right now I got a 40 breeder sitting over empty. What am I gonna do with it, guys?
Put fish in it, duh.
Come on, what though? What?
Blackos, man.
40 breeder?
What's the
Some
new
cool
thing?
Blackos.
What's something new? Something.
Put you some killifish in there.
Something. Yeah. Jess has some nice ones over at her house. I could probably get some of her offspring and check them out with that.
I tell you what I really like.
But I also got
I've been on this kick with these nebulous steel guppies. They're just like really pretty.
Yeah, they are. They're beautiful. Beautiful. I had a mishap with my guppies. This was the first year I'd done tubbing, outside tubbing. Yeah. And I was wanting to kind of rearrange my fish room, so I put my tubs up outside and I put my guppies in my tubs. Meanwhile, I'm redoing the room in there. We had all those 100-degree days up here.
Oh,
and
man.
I lost all my guppies, all of them.
That sucks.
Oh, shit.
And I didn't know any better. It seems like dumb idea now, but I should have put half of them outside and kept half of them inside.
Yeah, that sucks.
But I was wanting to rearrange the room. I was wanting to change it all around and everything, and so.
Right.
Hard lesson learned right there. I got about a dozen guppies left out of hundreds.
Oh, boy.
That hurts.
That
and
sucks.
right before the heat wave hit, I mean, they had just jillions of babies in there. Burjillions, isn't that what Ed says? Burjillions?
Yeah, bajillions.
Yeah.
But there was all kind of babies, all frying there and everything, and then the heat hit, and there's nothing in there.
Oh,
that sucks.
So aggravating.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's kind of like what I went through beginning of the year, except it was just the opposite. It was the cold weather.
Right.
And it wasn't really so much the cold, I don't think. I mean, it did get cold in the house, but it wasn't like super cold.
Oh, yeah,
but it was the rolling power outages.
we had that power outage in the cold weather and the snow and everything too, and that's yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. So I'm hoping by the next couple of months I can track down a generator at least, just to have heat in the house at least,
Oh yeah. Yep. I'll tell you what, man. We was blessed with a generator after about 9 days of no electricity whatsoever.
Yeah.
We found 2 air conditioners, threw them in the rooms and blocked off the hallway. We had air conditioning in the bedrooms. And the tank's running, and buddy, I ain't never slept so good in my life. After 9 days of 95-degree weather.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was tired. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then the humidity you guys got down
Having
there
to
is
chop
probably
up
not
wood
exactly
to
nice
cook
either.
on the stove or outside stove.
Right.
With no chainsaw. It had to do it with an axe and hatchets, and bro, it was rough.
I can imagine, man. I can imagine.
All the food went bad after day 2.
Oh man.
Then we had to try to get people to bring us to get MREs and shit. And no stores was open for about till day 7.
Right.
We was literally
I'm here to tell
surviving.
you, those MREs ain't no joke, bro.
But I'll tell you what, they're the best fucking tasting thing you can get when you ain't got nothing to get.
Exactly. But I'm here to tell you, like when I was in the desert and we was eating those things, man, I'd eat one for the, I had to like really cut back on it because it would just tear my guts up, man.
Oh, I got cast iron guts, so I ain't got to worry about that.
Good, man, but man, you talk about a brick for a turd. Holy cow.
Oh no, I got cast iron gut and it's built like a crab's ass. It'll squeeze out anything. But
when you get my age, it's not that's not that easy.
Oh yeah. I usually eat like 2 or 3 of them when I sit down.
Oh yeah.
I ain't no little dude.
And they're good too. They got the MREs.
They got a bunch of good ones, but I tell you what, the ones that they was giving away for the hurricane were made for hurricane relief, and it wasn't the good ones.
Oh no.
It was all the bullshit ones.
It is a good one.
Yeah,
but tell you what, I was glad to get the ones that I got.
Right. Right. Yeah,
you usually get the ones with the with the candy in it, or you get a chocolate chip cookie or something like that. No, we got crackers and peanut butter. That's it.
But it was
the jalapeno cheese.
Best crackers and peanut butters you ever had.
But I tell you what, it was better than the crackers and peanut butter that I had. Right. I didn't have none before.
Right. Right. Yeah. They actually have a cookbook you can buy that you can take like a whole case of MREs. There's like, I think it's like what, 12 bags in each, or 12 meals in each case. And you can take, because I think it's like a box and a B box, because there's like, I think there's 24 meals altogether.
Dude, one box of that, we got 3 boxes altogether. And one box was just one meal throughout the whole thing. I ain't never seen that with MREs ever. It was one meal throughout the whole box. I said, what the fuck kind of bullshit FEMA shit is this?
Okay.
I mean, this response was that after Katrina was, I think they handled Katrina better than this one, bro. I really do.
Thank you, baby. My girl gonna make me a treat, she said. But
what the hell is this damn Nike?
I've never seen where you open up a box of MREs and they're all the same.
Dude, it was all the same type. Every single one of them was all the same type.
Ugh.
And there's different numbers on the bags, but when you open them up, all the same meals.
Really?
Yeah. It was numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it was all the same meal. The whole fucking box.
That's weird, man. I've never seen that.
Me either. And I was in, I did a little bit in the reserves, and I went through a bunch of hurricanes, and I've opened a lot of boxes of MREs. And
Yeah,
I've
right.
never seen where they're all the same thing throughout the whole damn box.
No, I've
So
never seen that.
what in the hell? But
But now, have you ever
hey,
seen the MREs that were in the dark brown bags?
yeah. But
Oh, those were horrible.
the ones that we got, they didn't even come with heaters. You know, like the
Oh
pack heaters that
wow!
you would heat the food up
Yeah,
in. They didn't have
yeah.
those. Did not have those.
That's weird. No,
Yeah, it
you know
was
those
really
heaters.
weird.
You can make pepper gas out of those heaters.
Oh yeah,
Just get you a
you
big
do
old
all kind
bottle
of
of
stuff with them
Tabasco
heaters.
sauce, pour it in there.
You could do perimeter alarms with them too.
That's right. That's right. They'll pop a water bottle.
Yeah. Ow! They
And
let you
they're
know
loud
somebody's
too.
around.
They're loud too.
Hell yeah! Oh, I know a lot of tricks with them too.
Yeah. Good old Army days. I miss it.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all seen the
He had
Nike
it all
Tech
night.
one,
We took 'cause my first MOS. I was a communications guy,
right?
and some of our shelters, like we called them a sun shelter, it was a small extension node, and it
Yeah.
had an intake on because the equipment in that shelter would get so hot. I mean, you had to have an AC on it, and you had like an intake thing and an exhaust port on the other side, and
Right.
yada yada yada. Well, we had this one guy that was like a real know-it-all guy, and he was always the one-upper guy. He's always trying to one-up you and this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
So a bunch of us guys got together. You know what? We're like, fuck that guy. So he was in the sun shelter that night, and we opened up that dang. We made sure the intake thing was open, and we took a CS or our homemade CS pepper gas bomb thing, and stuck it right up underneath there. And about not even 2 minutes later, old boy comes
Got him.
out of the shelter. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we lit his ass up good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I miss the Army days, man. Golly.
Yeah, it was fun.
You were into?
Well, I did the National Guard stuff, but not
So
really.
you're a veteran.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, you had to make sure then on the 11th of November, which is Veterans Day, on my stream, we'll be doing like a tribute to the vets and the fish fam. So hopefully I'll see you there.
Right on. Gotta be there.
Hell yeah. So if you know any other veterans, tell them to email me so I can get their information and stuff. Because what I ask them to do is just email me, your screen name and
Right.
branch and when you served.
Right.
So if you get a chance, go ahead and shoot that email to me, and I'll put you
Yes, sir. Sure will.
I was National Guard, but I still went to Iraq. That's right, man.
Right on.
At that point, they didn't give a damn if you were reserves, National Guard, active duty.
Yeah.
They didn't care. Your ass was going.
That's right. But I didn't do nothing. I stayed home, so I don't consider myself a veteran or whatever. But all I did was fuck around, and we went and shot some shit and blew up some shit, and just had war games, and I never saw no shit, so I don't claim none of that. I just did fuck around for a couple weekends, and then that was it. I was done. But
the point is, you signed up, you signed your name on that dotted line, you served your country, and that's all that matters.
Right? Yeah.
Whether you just went out and blew shit up, or it don't make no difference to me.
Yeah. Right on.
The movie Southern Comfort was about National Guard in Louisiana getting hunted by the local swamp people. Good movie. Huh.
Right on.
Never heard
I
of it.
remember that movie.
You've seen it?
Yep, I've seen that one.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I can't find this freaking guppy to save my life now. I'm giving up. But yeah, I do have a Nike check one. I'll put a picture up someday. But yeah, this tank here is doing freaking retarded.
Holy cow.
Yeah, this thing's going nuts. But I tell you what, though, this tank just ain't the same without the big filament barbs.
Right.
But
I'm
now,
kinda curious though. When are you gonna put some plants in there?
I'm thinking about it. You know, yeah, I gotta try to get a few plants in here. You know,
Right.
I don't think that you could never be enough.
Right. That looks hella cool though, man.
Man. What's up, Brian?
What's up, camping?
Hey.
How we
What's
doing,
going
brother?
on? Rocco, Chubbs, 3G.
What up?
What's going on, fellas?
Chilling, hanging out like a
I'm
villain.
enjoying some
I see
blackberries.
that. I just got done doing tanks myself. Holy snikes.
Right.
Got me a few new additions today. Used a bunch of store cred and changing some tanks up for the shell dwellers, and phew, I just got done about an hour ago.
Yeah, what kind of new stuff you got?
I got 4 discus, Hans discus. You know me, I bred them, so now that I got a 125, I got my breeding severums in there, but I got one of those starlights, the
Starry Night Cichlid?
Starry Nights. Yeah, he's I got him ever since he was a baby, and I've grown him up. So my buddy at the store, because I told him, I said he's being a butthead, so he said bring him in, I'll give you $50. I gave him like $8 when I bought him as a baby. So
Right on.
I have 3 fish up there. I have 2 Monte Cristos and a Waru up there that I took up there to sell, and they're still in his tanks. And I said, hey man, I got a question for you. He said, yeah, go ahead. I said, if my fish were to die in your tanks, am I shit out of luck? He looked at me and giggled. He said, no, why? He's like, your fish will sell. I said, well, I'm not concerned about that. I said, what I'm concerned about is you're using your electricity to hold my fish and to sell them. And he's like, oh, yeah, no. So then he just got this big shipment in from Hans Discus, and he's got all the really, because if you ever see a sheet by Hans, he has all of his types on there. Well, there's some in there that you can't get them regularly because they're not always readily available. And my buddy got them, and I was like, dang. And somebody was looking at them, talking about buying them. I was like, yeah, y'all, you don't want none of these. He's like, no. I'm like, no, they're all stunted. Look, they're small. Well, they're small because they're babies. And he's like, all right. So I went to my buddy at the counter. I said, hey, because he owns a place. I was like, Andy, I said, how much for the discus? He's like, shit, dog. He's like, them things are $100 a piece now. I said, $100? I said, they're only at a $45 mark. He's like, dude, he said, I pay $47 to get it. That's with shipping and everything to get them here per fish. I was like, dang, really? He's like, everything skyrocketed. I said, okay, how many can I get for my 3 fish back there? He said, I'll give you 2 discus. I said, $200 in fish? He said, yeah. I said, okay, well, that's more than what I paid for them. I said, well, I have that Starry Night at home. What do you give me for that? He said, I'll give you $50 for that. I said, he said, yeah, I'll give you $50 for that. I said, well, I brought you in 10-gallon tank worth of Sawasatan. How much you give me for that? He said, I'll give you $50 for that. I said, okay, well, that's 3 discus now. I want 4 discus. So we made out one more deal on that. And we got that taken care of. So I got 4 discus. I got 2 more things for my RO unit. The first 2, because my water went out. It really, I tell you right now, if I wouldn't have known this stuff, before I got to the RO game, and known actually how the city really messes the pipes up and stuff, you could really kill some fish, because our water, I went to go make RO the other day, and the hoses on I have one of those special pumps that balances out, so I get more RO than I do wastewater. And the hoses are banging around. I'm like, what the hell? And so I went over and I turned the water on. It's barely coming out. So the water main busted or something. And it blew so much stuff into my filters that instead of it coming out at 1, and now it's coming out at 5. So I'm like, oh shit. And it turned it brown. So I went and got new filters. And then I have those new Shelleys. Well, I wanted to put them in a 15-gallon and put them up on the shrimp rack. So I flip-flopped a Neocaridina tank and put it up on the shrimp rack, and took the Shelleys out of the 15 Fluval Flex, and I put them in there, those new Kygomas I just got, and I'm going to take the Fluval up to the store tomorrow, cash that out, get cash on that. He needs some green jades tomorrow. So I'm taking them up there and a bunch of other stuff. But I mean, it's really cool, because it's like I could say, yeah, I got $500 worth of shit today. I didn't pay for it, really. It's just all store credit. It's all my products are up in his tank swimming around. So. But yeah, it was a good day, because and I almost got caught up buying the peacock bass.
Oh yeah.
He's like, bro, these are sweet. They don't eat nothing but live food. I said, shut up. So he went over and got some guppies, the little feeder guppies, and he threw them in. Wham, 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 wham. And then the one in the back, it was bigger. And he said, this thing's about a year old. He threw them in there, it attacked them. I said, man, will that thing get along with my Severums? He's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, well, oh, shit. He said, what? I said, man, I got expensive long fin super red bristle nose babies in there. I said, I got Cory cats. He said, oh yeah, all that stuff will be gone by morning. I said, my wife will kill me. I ain't getting one of them bass yet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I didn't get a bass, so I got 4 discus.
Everything good.
Yeah, it's
you made it like a bandit, really.
Yeah, I usually don't get down. Like I said, I usually do the store credit thing, and then, I mean, I take cash for my shrimp and stuff. I don't do store credit for my product. But if I take stuff up there, like a fish tank or fish tank lids or lights or anything, look, I'm not going to do nothing with them. And if you're going to buy them off me to help me out, so.
Hell yeah.
And it's just, I get a lot of like dog treats and canned dog food, special stuff for the puppies and stuff. And, so it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like how we like save up all of our returnable cans and then go cash them in, and you get $100 in cans and then you go grocery shopping with it,
Right on.
It's kind of like freebies. But I haven't had discus ever since I stopped breeding them 2 years ago, I think, 2.5 years ago. So I'm very excited to start seeing these guys grow up.
I would like to do discus. I just don't have the room for them.
Yeah, discus are real simple. Just the biggest things is have a really, really well seated tank. Keep it warm. Do small water changes. And plants, they like plants a little high, high in spots and stuff. But and just make sure there's nothing in there that nips at them or goes after them, and you'll have super healthy, happy discus.
Yeah.
It's People
So
think
they're basically just like angelfish, really.
kind of, yeah. But see, here's the thing: is a discus will show signs that there's something wrong when, let's say, like an angelfish won't. Because I think like angelfish are like pit bulls, discus aren't as pit bully. So when a discus is sad, he'll turn dark. An angelfish won't. He might just sit there and not swim around, but he'll still be all flared out. So, a lot of people don't look at angelfish like that. They're like, oh, look, it's pretty. Yeah, right. Drop some shrimp or something in there and they'll devour it and tear it up.
Oh yeah,
And they'll beat the shit out of any fish that comes over by their eggs.
It's just like these rummy nose tetras. These rummy nose, they're an indicator fish. If you don't see a bright red nose on a rummy nose tetra, they're not happy. The water quality is foul.
Yeah,
and
see,
they'll die immediately. They're really good at dying. But,
they're really good at dying.
Even though I kept them alive for 9 days with no power, but I didn't, no water flow whatsoever in this tank, no filtration. But there are indicator fish. And,
and that's the cool thing. If you can notice an angelfish, that's what I noticed when I used to breed them was they would just sit there.
Yeah.
All flared out, but they would sit there. Healthy angelfish, they love to swim around.
Yeah, but I got these. I picked up these 6 Madagascar rainbows. They're pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I love Madagascar rainbows.
Yeah.
Where'd you get? You got lucky and got them at the store?
Yeah, my local LFS.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Those. Look at them. Are they got the? Oh, those aren't the lipstick rainbows. Those are but those and lipsticks are like my favorite, other than the Bosemani.
Yeah, these are the true Madagascar rainbows. But yeah, I went there and they had 6 of them there. I said, I'll take them. No questions asked.
Oh yeah.
And then, but man, I stood there for about 30 minutes trying to decide on whether I was going to get this little baby dovide that was about 2 inches long. And man, I wanted that fish bad. But I just don't have a tank for it. I mean, it's going to get 3 foot long. Even though it's 2 inches long now, it's going to get 3 foot. So I was thinking about that. But they had a lot of nice cichlids there. I mean, some chocolate cichlids, they had chocolate cichlids, they had pestesums, they had, all kind of stuff.
See, the shipments are starting to come in now, that they couldn't get in a while back.
And they had stuff I never seen at this store before. They had a lancer cat, they had a rainbow wolf cichlid. They had some pretty nice monster fish there.
I've been looking at I look at old boy in Florida, Predatory Fins. He's got some good ass prices. Cheap. Some of this shit is cheap.
Them Fogo peacock bass, I want an 800-gallon tank with about 10 of them in there.
Oh man,
dude, he's got those pikes, all that stuff.
Oh, the Fogo peacock bass. That's what I want. That's my bucket list. Fish tank is 800-gallon. It'd be 4 foot long. 8 foot long, 4 foot wide, 4 foot deep. Big tank with 8 Fogo peacock bass. Man, I'd give up. That'd be my final fish.
He said, "I give up. I wouldn't get nothing else.
I don't need nothing else.
Just a bunch of crawfish to feed them."
Right?
No, I'd feed them. Pike cichlids.
Man, I tell you. If I had a tank that was 800 gallons, I'd have arowana.
I've had quite a few of those. They no matter how much weight I put on the lid, they jump out.
Really?
Yeah.
So I used to keep them with my discus.
Gotcha.
And I don't know what the littlest freak out noise, because like when I had them, I was like, I did a lot of studying with discus big time. But you know, how do you not scare fish at night? Like if you turn a light on. So what they would say was get a little light, like a little LED light, and sit it by the window and let it charge all day. And then at night it would come on and it would look like a moon to the fish. They would think it was like the moon. And so if you walk past the tank, they wouldn't freak out, because they had that light. They could see, around the tank. And so I did it for the arowana too, thinking, okay, well, it's just this little dollar store light. It ain't costing me nothing. And I would come downstairs and there he'd be laying right on the tile. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. How are you getting out?
Right.
But they hit so hard, and it's just, my buddy just has one at the store, and it jumped out, and it was a black arowana. He spent huge money to get it up there, and it jumped out.
Oh, yeah.
He's pissed.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking a $250 fish right there, and they're hard to get, so.
Oh, yeah.
But he just sold a 2-foot silver. A dude brought in a 2-foot silver. That's the coolest thing about going up there, having an LFS that will buy your fish, because it's more exciting than I don't know, anything, because every day you can go in there and you can check, and other people buy from, like, let's say Predatory Fins, and they buy stuff from different states and different this and different that, and then they bring it to the store when it gets too big, or they have to move, and they're like, here, I gotta sell it, and then you gotta be the first one in there, and like, oh shit, I want that right there. That's how I get lucky. But that's the fun of it. It's kind of like going into an antique store and you're looking for that coolest thing when you were a kid,
Oh, yeah.
But that's what, when people say, hey, what do you do sometimes when tanks start to get boring, and what can you do to make it exciting again? You can go hunting at all the LFSs looking for certain stuff.
Oh, yeah. Or even online now, everybody's getting so good at shipping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can ship, pretty much everybody can ship now.
Yeah, but the thing is when people go to an LFS to sell their personal stock, they only get so much for it. So let's say somebody brings in something and sells it, that let's say the store gives them $20 for it, but like it's an $80 fish. You're like, hey, let me get that fish. Like, people bring them in the buckets, and I'll stand right there and wait for them to open the lid to see what it is.
Hey, Greg, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, it's like, what you got there?
Yeah,
How
right.
you doing, Craig?
Got in that bucket.
Yeah, we might not even get that fish to the fish tank if it's something I want.
That's it.
I might buy the bucket and the fish. That's a mighty nice bucket.
All right. I'll give you $4 for that bucket.
Damn Skippy. That's a Home Depot bucket, baby. I'll take it.
That's right.
But
And
that's
it's got
what,
the handle still.
yeah, and it's not cracked off. Yeah. But those are things that excite me in the hobby when I go to the store. Like one store I used to go to, he bought all used equipment. My buddy now does it. And it's like, if it's not junk and stuff, like when I take this Fluval Flex in there tomorrow, it's the 15-gallon. He'll give me whatever for it, or he'll wait to sell it. But it's just cash sitting at a store. But I need to get these last 3 tanks off of the table that I do fill out all my orders on and stuff, because I don't want anything coming out of my shrimp room. So if it's fish, whatever, everything has to stay in there. So whatever I got to consolidate, instead of having 2 tanks of fire reds, I'm going to have 1 tank of fire reds, and break it down and squeeze everything in there and have fish and shrimp all in the same room. And that's just the way it's got to be. I don't want to come outside of the room. It's kind of like my limit.
Right.
People say, man, if I had a basement, I'd have 100 tanks. The fuck you would.
Right?
No, you wouldn't. It's not. Hey, if you like, I was telling my buddy tonight at the store. I said, if I had people coming buying all day, every day, sure. But man, I go a month. I can go a month and not sell a damn thing. And I'm just sitting here going, oh, here we go. We got to do water changes on shit that ain't even selling.
Right.
So, it's great having stuff, but when stuff's sitting here and it ain't going nowhere, you're like, and then if it ain't breeding, you're like, oh boy, I was like, all right, I got to get some fish up in here. And then the shell dwellers, I just fell in love with them. I said, okay, that's it.
Yeah,
Shrimps and shellies.
Right.
Shellies are neat.
Yeah, they're just these new ones, these kygomas I got. They're just they're tough. So I'm just like, and ordering them escargot shells online, they're only $16 for 48 shells. So that's a couple tanks worth.
Yeah, that's not bad.
How you doing, Patty? Ain't seen you in a while.
Hey. But fellas, I gotta dip out of here because I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right on. Well, appreciate you stopping by there, Rocco.
Oh no, man, it's good to see you, man.
Oh yeah,
it's really a pleasure, man. I've been wondering about you. But...
yeah, I've been trying to stop in the morning show, but I'll never get up that early. Not anymore.
Well, I figured you was busy and I didn't want to bug you.
Oh, yeah,
when you're drinking Mad Dog and homemade wine, you ain't getting up at 10 a.m. Shit.
I'm a one step behind that. I done moved on to the malt liquor.
Oh, you drinking Blue Nun?
Hurricane Category 5.
Oh, nice.
High capacity.
Yeah, that's the 64 ouncer.
25 ouncer. 8.1 alcohol. More bang for your buck.
Right on, brother. Right on. You guys take care of yourself. I'm out of here, man. Y'all take care of yourself.
All right, Rocco, have a good one.
All right, see you later, Rocco.
Good talking to you, man.
All right, same here, brother.
Later. Yeah, I got 7 reticulated hill stream loaches in here and a bunch of cherry shrimp and 2 sparkling gourami and a couple of these killifish and some guppy grow out.
Nice.
Yeah. See the sparkling gourami back there. They're pretty cool.
Hey, Chubbs.
Yo.
I got a couple of angelfish sparring here on the camera if you want to check them out.
Oh, yeah, let me get on over here and see that. Oh, shit. There we go.
Maybe I can.
Hey, that's good.
They're getting ready to go.
That's what's up. Yeah, Mike, Stephen, y'all want to come on up? Come on up. Join the crowd. I ain't going nowhere for a while.
You must have smokes and a couple beers or something.
Oh, yeah.
See, I was telling the old lady, I said, I'd send Chubbs a couple bucks. I said, I couldn't imagine sitting around in no power, not having cigarettes and nothing, even coffee and nothing.
Tell you what, every dollar I got from everybody really helped out a bunch.
Yeah.
It really did. And it's still helping out, and, I got with the FEMA assistance, I think I got $1,000. And that went to putting food in the house. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I got 7 kids. There's usually like 9 people in the house. We're not a small family by any means. And every little dollar helps big time. What's up there, Mike?
Hi, kids. How you doing?
How you doing, buddy? Long time.
Yeah, man. Life is rough right now, so we've been kind of avoiding. So we.
Hey, you keep preaching to the choir, there, Cap.
Huh?
You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, man. How's things for you these days? You hanging in there?
Yeah, hanging on. You know how it goes.
I never heard if you lost any fish over the hurricane. Did you?
Yeah, I lost all my sunfish, my bass, my filament barbs, a bunch of
Oh
shrimp.
man,
But,
man, that sucks.
yeah, I lost a lot of fish, but you know, a lot of them didn't go. I mean, most of my fish made it.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you lost the ones you did, but
Oh yeah, but I mean, you know, the sunfish and all of that, you know, it hurt, it stung, but I kind of figured they were gonna go because it was an overcrowded tank. You know, it was a 40-gallon with 13 perch, you know, 13 sunfish in it,
right.
and 2 catfish and a Texas cichlid. The only thing that made it out of there was a Texas cichlid. And the
Wow.
largemouth bass, you know, that was really one of the first fish to go. And
Really?
I figured he would go first because, you know, he needs the most oxygen.
Yeah, I guess. I thought they'd be pretty hardy.
Yeah, you would think native fish would be hardy, but not in the tank.
Right. So to everybody in chat, I called Vinny. He didn't answer. I left a message. Hopefully he'll call back.
What's going on with Vinny?
Apparently he's been missing since before Saturday. He didn't do his Saturday stream and has been MIA since. So.
Oh no.
So I don't know.
Good.
A short video.
When?
He's okay.
Oh, today? He put a short up today? Oh, well, then he's not dead, people.
Oh, well, he's good then. Call off the search squad.
he's just hiding out for a bit, I guess.
He's just MIA on leisure.
Yeah. So we got an offer in on a piece of property that is supposed to. We won't know until tomorrow around 5 whether or not they're accepting the offer. It's a really nice piece of property in a really nice area. It's got a well, it's got electric, but it's got this shitty little mobile home on it, and that's I guess we're going to be calling that home for a little while until we can get something else worked out. But
yeah, well, I mean, hey, it's better than the street corner.
Yeah, somewhere to hang our hats, man.
Yeah.
And the property is beautiful.
And the property is beautiful. It is. It's a third of an acre, nestled in between like 4 lakes, and it's about an hour to either coast, which is cool in Florida to be able to drive either way.
Our backyard will be
You know.
the Ocala National Forest.
Yeah, basically the Ocala National Forest is right there too. So
Oh man,
It's
that's
cool.
sweet.
it's a
And we
good
have
it's a good
little-
spot.
Little pond at the right across the street.
Yeah. So freaking
That's sweet.
every penny I have and then some, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm pulling some of it together, but I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be good if they accept it. We'll get it started, and we don't really have to finish getting the money together until October 1st.
You got time to sell some blood, so
Yeah, go sell some plasma.
So he might
Yeah,
be
right?
that-
Well,
Yeah,
I'm just going to be working my ass off every day that I can until. Liz said she blew it. She's wrong. He didn't post a short, so she was just lying.
I
So
was gonna say I didn't see nothing.
Fake news.
To make everybody feel better. And, you know, I don't know.
anyway, yeah, I mean it'll be cool if we land on this. You know, if they don't accept the offer, now I mean they've countered and everything. You know, I offered them like 15,000, I think, and they came back with 20, and then I offered 17.5, and they told me screw you 20, and I went oh.
Fine,
So,
20.
but
Just
so
tell
we
them to make sure they pay 3% closing costs.
yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Well, it was
I'm ended up. I get stuck with. Yeah, it's in the contract that they pay the closing. I end up with the title costs and broker fees, but it's not horrific.
And document fees.
So
It sounds like somebody in the background there is excited. So
yeah, my wife is pretty happy about it.
Mama's got all the info, don't she?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
She got that shit on her lap, reading it. Honey, look at here.
Yeah, she got that shit memorized. I tell her.
Yeah, I have almost every line of that contract memorized before we signed.
Yeah.
Hey, but
yeah,
just think
yeah,
about
you
it,
gotta
dude.
watch it.
It might be a crappy trailer right now, but you can always roll it off to the side and put a brand new trailer there and turn the crappy one into like a shed or something for your some
Yeah,
tanks and
Well,
you
my,
know.
my intention is I'm actually gonna within the first couple of months I'm gonna lay the footer for get a blueprint and lay the footer for a house, and then I'm just slowly gonna build it up with cinder block until I've got all 4 walls and put a roof on it.
right.
So that's the plan anyway.
Just no windows or what?
Yeah, no windows. I don't know. Fuck windows. What the hell do I need windows for?
You're right. Just make sure that wolf don't blow it down.
Right.
No, I mean it'll be cinder block construction, which is what you pretty much need in Florida. I just I'm gonna have to do it in pieces because it's a lot of freaking money. But
Dude, are you over to COVID yet?
yeah, oh yeah, we're over it.
That cough
No.
sounds terrible.
Well, the cough is still there. I mean, there's still.
That's what I'm saying. I was listening to Kenny Danikin yesterday. Was it? Yeah, yesterday, and him and Danny are just, oh my gosh, they're still in bad shape.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said they're almost over it, but he's coughing, she's coughing, and he's like, you can hear how congested he is. And
oh yeah, well we still definitely have that, but I'll tell you what, the energy level is back, right? So the worst part of this was a month of feeling like you're 4%. You can't get up. You can't. I mean, I would go feed the fish and need a 2-hour freaking rest to do the next thing. I'm not even kidding. It was that bad. And then there were moments where I was laying in bed, after either waking up or trying to go to sleep, where I literally had to concentrate on every single breath. Like it wasn't doing it by
that's
itself.
scary, huh?
It is scary. And you're just laying there going, okay, breathe. And yeah, it was messing with Heather's heart condition. And I mean, it was no fun at all. We made it through it, but I don't want to do that again.
Hell no.
And we wear a mask again.
Yeah. And I mean, we're the only 2 Floridians who actually wear our masks everywhere we go. And, but man, I'm telling you, it was, well, we had it in 2000 in 2000 or 2020 rather. Kind of towards the beginning of 2020, we got it. And it was actually before the whole thing broke and everybody really understood what it was.
Right.
So we got it snuck in there in between, and it was bad, but it was not as bad as this time. I think we got the other variant because Florida is all covered in the second variant this time. And and Liz got the freaking vaccination. She had it for like 2 days. She was fine.
Like 4,
Right, maybe 4.
But it wasn't nearly anything. Yeah.
So yeah, as soon as I'm 100% certain I'm over, like the part where they'll let you go in and get that freaking shot, I'm going to get that damn shot. I'm not doing this again.
So I went and got my what was it, last Friday was my second shot. First shot did nothing to me. Second shot put me down for a day and a half. I felt like I was hit by a bus and then backed up over. I was in so much pain. Didn't want to move.
I have heard
the
that.
Moderna.
The Moderna, yeah. I'm trying to get the Pfizer, which is what our Walgreens does. So
Well, yeah, it's one Liz got, and she didn't have a very hard time with it.
I have heard the Moderna is like that the second one just knocks you flat on your ass. But different drugs do different things, I guess.
Oh yeah, what it felt like, it was really weird. Let's just say, if you have aches and pains that you deal with for years, it turned them. It like everything hurt in those spots. Like everything was like broken, and every pain that you dealt with is turned up 100%. I was like,
no, don't want that one. No, thank you. No. I'll pass. Thank you very much.
Oh, I felt like I had 3 discs slipped in my back, and I had nothing. I was eating Motrins like they were Tic Tacs.
Wow.
Yeah, 800s too.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Definitely getting the Pfizer. Don't want the Moderna. Thank you. No, don't want that at all.
But like my mother, she's 80. She had no side effects. My wife, no side effects. Then I take it and she's all laughing at me. I said, "This shit ain't funny." And she was sitting there giggling at me.
It only lasted a day, though, right?
Yeah. The second day, I was coming out of it. By the middle of the day, I was like, whew. It's like I could feel the storm past.
Right. Yep. I'll take the Pfizer. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I can't get over how pretty these little dwarf sparkling Gouramis are.
Liquid Zoo had the Johnson.
I can't see him. I'm looking at chat. What are we looking at? Well, those are just rocks, Chubbs.
Chubbs has nice rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a guy back there. He pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he is. That was Chubbs changing the subject, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Get out this shit. All right.
Yeah.
Man, okay, so I went out to the pools yesterday or today? No, today. And I had all this, so I collect wood for driftwood all the time, and I just throw it in the freaking pools and it floats there for months. But eventually it sinks. So I managed to go out to the pools and pluck out like 5 pieces of driftwood and stick them around the fish room, and man, they look freaking nice now.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just, I pick up these interesting pieces of wood when I'm out and around doing stuff, and I just heave them in the pool, and they float for freaking months, and the fish swim under them, and it's all great. And eventually they just, sooner or later they sink. There's like 4 pieces in there that are huge and waiting to go into the 150 gallon and the 400 and whatever once we get moved. So it'd be cool. Yeah.
You'd always screw weights to the bottom of it, like big pieces of slate. You could drill a hole through them, put stainless steel screws in the bottom, and
But I don't have to. Mine already sunk, so we're good.
Oh yeah.
So do you have set up for help to help you move?
Kind of. So I have some folks who are going to put some muscle into it. It's funny too, because because we're moving into this freaking little ass trailer, like we're taking nothing with us except fish tanks for the most part. Like we're taking the TVs, we're taking silverware and that kind of shit.
Ramen noodles.
right. But
ramen noodles.
But pretty much other than that, nothing. I mean, like it's
coffee,
food. Yes, we'll take the food.
Yeah, caffeine.
Definite coffee.
Hey, caffeine, alcohol, and tobacco. It's all you need to live.
And puppy food. Yeah.
And cubby food.
Right.
Well, fish can substitute for puppy food, so.
Oh yeah, fish can, yeah. Puppy food, yeah.
The fish are all actually going to go outside. We're going to build these little paddocks that a couple or one of the tanks can fit on throughout the property, and then cover them with sun shields.
What about a big ass carport, dude? Can you afford one of them?
No,
that'd be sweet.
No,
but it's going to be a little while. We're going to do a lot of improvements. This is going to be over time.
Yeah. But in the meantime, the first thing we're going to do is lay down these cinder block paddocks that that we can set nice little tanks up on. Basically, the whole front of the house. When you look in from the driveway, you're going to have tanks on the left, tanks on the right, all the way down to the house, and then the big pools in the middle. So it'll be really cool.
Oh, that sounds like it'd be good.
Yeah. The only thing I'm going to have to do is figure out. I'm going to have to really quick get some copper pipe and propane together so that I have heaters that heat the whole water system all the way through when it does get cold. Because believe it or not, it gets cold enough to kill fish. So
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So let's
for sure.
Yeah, I haven't been on stream for a while, so I'm just like running at the mouth. And there's like, let somebody else talk for a minute. I'm like, all right, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
It's interesting to hear what someone's doing with their time.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. We're gonna I'll video while we're in process. I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately because I haven't been doing anything other than looking for somewhere to freaking live. But once the move gets started, we'll video
How
the
far
move.
is it from where you're at now?
Freaking 2.5, 3 hours. It's a good freaking move. Yeah.
Jeez. Now, is it north of you, east, west, south?
It's north. We're right on the coast in Bradenton. This is right in the middle up in Ocala.
So what, you're on the west side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're on the Gulf.
Oh.
So where we're going, unfortunately, takes us away from the coast and sticks us in the middle of the damn state, which I swore I would never live
Right.
there.
I was just going to say, wasn't it like 3-4 streams ago that you said, if I was this far away from the beach, there's no sense of living in the frickin' Florida.
Exactly. And I swear by that still. But unfortunately, life does what it does. So
it does. And instead of moving to Ohio, you're going to stay in Florida.
Well, I mean, I own Florida Fish Rescue. Am I supposed to take Florida Fish Rescue to Ohio? I don't think the Ohio boys would be appreciating that. So,
Georgia.
Well, I mean, that's just the way. That's just the universe's way of humbling you.
I guess, man. I guess. Hi, Shanna. How are you?
Shanna.
Hey, what's up, Shanna? Welcome back.
I don't know. It's just cool to have. It's cool to have people in your life and friends that when the going gets rough, they don't just ball up into a ball and cry. They actually, well, no, seriously. I'm saying it's very nice to have friends and that people that you know that fight. Because it's like, sometimes, it's you look up to somebody like that, or you can ask them, hey, dude, I'm in a bad way. What do you think I could do to do this?
Right.
I know you've been through things, instead of having, it's kind of like people when they're down and out, they're all, hey, man, you got $2? No, I can get you a job, but hey, you got a cigarette? Nope. I got just enough for me.
Yeah, no, man, we put up a fight over here for sure. There's nothing's going to stop us. I don't know how, sometimes we don't know how we're going to do it, but
We always manage through. We pull together and manage through.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Look at Chubbs. He's petting a kitten with a big old smile on his face, and the guy just went through a hurricane.
Yeah.
I know, it's awesome.
I swear.
See?
Yeah.
Yep.
But
we rescued this cat off of a highway. It was on a guardrail, about to die. Had all its paws was burnt, all its nails were ripped off. He had skid marks on his head, like he fell out of engine bay, and like the engine bay got too hot, and he just had to fall. He had nowhere else to go.
Man.
So
I don't even like cats. If I saw that, I'd have a cat.
When my stepdaughter rescued him, he was just shaking and just didn't know what to do. And then I grabbed him, I put him in a towel, and I gave him some food and water. And she's just been my little kitten since. She's getting bigger, and she loves to rub on me and hug me, and she's a good little kitten. We named her Xena.
Couple of years, I guess 10 years ago, we had a little one show up on our front doorstep, and it was skinny, and it was only maybe a month or two old, and it was shivering, and I'm like, oh my God. And so my wife is like, can we feed it? And I'm like, oh my God, if we feed it, it's never going away. It did.
We can't let it die.
And so she lived here for until she died. She had a litter of kittens too that she lost in a storm. She lost most of them in a storm. And she went down in the sewer where they had all gotten washed. I guess she had them in the sewer, and the storm came through, and she went down in that sewer, and she spent a whole week searching for them, and she managed to come back with 2 of them and put them in my car.
So we kept
And so they stayed here for a long time too.
And we're all allergic to cats, but we saved them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She's just the sweetest thing. Can't help
She
but
does.
love
Or-
her.
I can't do that though. If I do that, I end up freaking itching and sniffing for freaking 4 hours.
I mean, she's a female kitten, and she's not fixed. And I don't even know if she's ever been to the vet. But I mean, we can't
Right.
afford to bring her to the vet right now. But
Yeah.
we got 2 other male cats that's fixed, and chipped, and she gets along with them. But
Yeah.
yeah, she's doing good. But I figured I'd show that for a second.
Yeah, cats are pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love cats from a distance. If I get them all up on me, I get freaking just uncomfortable as hell for an entire day.
Oh, I don't have an issue with it. I just don't. I'd rather my animals go outside to pee and poop, not in the house. It's
My
just.
cats do. My cats do.
Yeah, Steve, that's what I'm saying. I guess you'd have to train them, or where they live is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah,
Around here, everybody just lets cats out.
My cats go outside. I mean, they was all litter box trained, and then I moved their litter box outside, and they learned where they had the shit at.
Said, damn, Dad's making a move.
Yeah.
Is he
Hey,
trying
Cooler
to
Mike,
say
everybody.
something?
Night, Michelle.
But yeah, I moved my litter box outside, and they learned that the litter box was outside, and they go outside. Go outside, handle their business, and they come back in, just like the dogs.
I don't know. Around this neighborhood, everybody just kind of lets their cats run. So
Yeah.
half the cats in the neighborhood live at somebody's house, but they're just outside all the time.
Oh yeah, my cats go visit other people, and they'll come back in a day or two.
Yeah.
And that's what cats do. But
Once they kick them out and they come back pregnant,
but at least I ain't got a litter box to change out.
they got grandkittens.
For the most part, if it's not a rainy day, I ain't got no accidents. But occasionally they do make an accident. But hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. But they're not gonna go outside in the rain. So I mean, but for the most part, they do really, really good.
You just got to ask yourself, what's it worth to get a smile on your face every day from something that goes crazy when you come home? Okay, you peed on the carpet, fine.
Hey, look at this. Look at this. That thing's beautiful. Those sparkling Gouramis.
Hey, y'all, let me ask the experts something here.
Yeah.
Congo tetras. Do they eat plants?
What's up, Natural Aquariums? Hey,
I don't know of any tetras that eat plants, but it could.
I had my screen on my Congo tetras there, and I was watching them, and I've been seeing them pick at the plants. I had never noticed it before.
Do you have blackbeard algae or something on it? Because there's a lot of tetras that like to pick at algae.
Yeah, that's a good looking tetras.
I don't know how many times I've turned around and just sat and watched fish, tetras, all sorts of stuff, just pick at the blackbeard algae on the plants, or plastic plants or whatever. They just, next thing you know, all wood and everything. Next thing you know, it's all gone. Your stuff's all clean.
Now, I do have some long thin rosy barbs that have cleaned everything. They eat duckweed, they eat green hair algae, they eat everything.
No,
These particular ones have been picking at the green grass on the surface there, just floating. There, you can see there is some blackbeard algae in there on the other plants back in the back there, and on the sponge filter.
Yep, it's probably just some sort of good algae that they like, and it's good for their digestive system or something, their tract or something. It's kind of like how dogs eat grass. Maybe they eat it because it helps their digestive system some. But yeah, I've had fish. I'm like, what? Are you eating my blackbeard algae? Are you kidding me? And they'll pick at it. And next thing you know, 3 days later, it's all gone. You're like, wow, do I have to pay you for that? It's like, dang, thank you. You get bloodworms today. Okay.
Fine shrimp are coming.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go pull some calls out for you.
Man, I think we've got our puffers spoiled. We accidentally bought them miso shrimp, and I think they're next time we throw regular brine shrimp in there, they're going to spit them back at us.
Oh, the miso shrimp. Yeah, that's good stuff.
I mean, those damn things are like $3 more expensive per package too. So.
Oh, yeah. I used to get, when I was breeding discus, I used to get all that really high grade food for them, the frozen stuff and everything.
Yeah.
I never wanted to, you never want to feed them. I would feed them like ghost shrimp. Man, they tear the stuff just like angelfish, but I never wanted to feed them anything else. And I would do that, what's that, beef heart every once in a while, but that just makes the water real greasy and stuff. But
It's gross, yeah.
You ever watch that kid that's down by you? I don't know if he lives close to you. He's got his own YouTube channel. He's called Rob's Aquatics.
Oh, yeah.
He's got like the big, huge afro. He's got a tank with discus in it. And that guy, he breaks that beef heart up. They go nuts, and his discus are so healthy and they look so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I got something to ask you.
Huh.
Mr. Mike, Mike.
Really, we're doing that.
Do you always think of the camel coming through the building? Hey, what is it?
Of course,
Hey,
of course.
Mike.
I got a buddy of mine that calls me every Wednesday and says, "Guess what day it is?"
Yeah, that's badass. Hey, I was asking my buddy today because I was in a store before I got the discus, and I was looking at those. He has those the bass that you guys have down there, peacock bass.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, man, that'd be cool. And he's like, oh yeah, look at this, what they eat, blah blah blah. And I was like, because he's got small ones, and then he's got a little bit larger one. I was like, man, that'd be cool. I was like, oh no, I got the plecos in there. Man, they would eat all my plecos on it. No, I can't do it. But then we were talking on the phone a little while ago.
Plecos.
Huh?
I don't think it would mess with your plecos.
Yeah, but the super red or the long fin super red bristlenose are just babies yet. Shit, they're the ones I just ordered.
Oh yeah, they'll eat those.
Yeah. If they can fit them in their mouth, they will, but probably not for a while.
Yeah, right, till they get bigger, right? But
anyway, if you have a chance to get a peacock bass, you just need another tank. That's all.
Right. But anyways, that Rob's Aquatics, he catches them.
Yeah.
So it must be legal to catch them because he takes them home and stuff, puts them in his tanks. Now here's the question.
They're actually an invasive species. It's illegal to put them back in the water.
Okay, good question. Now, if it's illegal to put them back in the water, would it be legal if me and my buddy drove down from his pet store, came down there, caught a bunch? Could we bring them back to Michigan?
Yep. I don't think there's any reason you can't transport them out. They're an invasive. So anything that's considered invasive, like you can go catch the freaking Midas cichlids and the.
Right. Because I was telling him they were in there. He's like, aren't those like Aztecs or something? And
yep, Aztecs. Yep.
Well, I mean, you'd have to check with the wildlife fishers to make sure you could transport them across state lines.
Well, yeah,
but
that part.
I don't think that with the peacock bass you would have a problem.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They're not banned in your state where you're bringing them.
Yeah.
They're not banned in any state that you have to cross, so you should be good.
Yeah, because I told him, I said, dude, how cool would that be? I said, because I was talking, and I brought Chubbs up. I said, I was talking to Chubbs about some shit, and I wanted some stuff, like leaves and stuff from down there. And he's like, yeah, bring a truck down with a 55-gallon drum and get driftwood and leaves and all sorts of stuff if you come down here to visit. And I was like, wow, that's a cool idea. I said, so if we went to Florida and took a couple of 55-gallon drums, maybe 2, 3, 4 of them or something, and we, oxygenated them, everything, and caught a couple of 100 of them and brought them back. I said, how cool would that be? And he's into that stuff. He's like, dude, that would be the coolest thing ever. He's like, but I don't know if we can. I said, I'll find out.
What's up, Kenny?
Well, I don't know if you're catching a couple of 100 of them. I mean, they're pretty common, but like that's a good 4-week trip, I think, if you're going to catch that many. But,
because I see him, he throws them nets out, and he gets a good 20, 30 of them.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that. Maybe I need to go back to his channel and watch
Yeah,
it.
some seine nets. Yeah.
He throws those weighted nets out. Yeah. He
Yeah,
practices and kind of learns how to do it. He does pretty good, but he'll pull it in and have 15, 20 of them. And he takes them right home and puts them in his tanks.
Really?
Yeah.
And I cast that all the time, but I've never caught peacock bass. I catch all sorts of other stuff. But
Yeah,
you know
he
what?
catches them in those canals.
Yeah, I use a pretty large hold cast net for like kind of larger fish too. So if I go get a smaller bait net, I'm probably pull up a lot more of those.
Well, that's cool. That's good to know. Yeah, because I told him, I said, I think they got sailfin mollies. I said it's full of cichlids. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, dude, their canals are packed full of cichlids.
They are. They used to be packed full of other more natural species, but now, yeah, it's all cichlids.
Well,
Yes.
and we have Cooper's right here at our Green Bridge, which is just like seriously 10 minutes from the house.
Hey, Kenny E.
I'm surprised that you guys can have those snakeheads.
Yeah.
Well, you think
Well, that's because
you can't tank though.
What's that?
Can't keep snakeheads in your tank.
Well, I know, but I'm saying in Florida, they're not illegal in Florida, are they, Mike?
Yeah.
they're illegal to sell. I don't think they're illegal to keep.
Yeah, you cannot keep them in legally.
I know here in Michigan you can't have them.
I don't know. I'd have to look that one up. But I think they're illegal to sell, not illegal to keep. But they're another one of those. Like we have we have different levels of invasive species. We have invasive species that they hope they can get rid of, and then they have invasive species that they have just given up on.
Right.
And the snakehead's one of them. Those and clown knives and most of the cichlid, tilapia and all that. They've just gone screw it.
See, and that's funny. All that stuff up here they sell in the pet stores. Clown knives.
Yeah, absolutely.
Peacock.
Same thing here. I mean, listen, they still sell them here in the pet stores. Don't think they don't. They certainly do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that's because a lot of people aren't anglers. They just want to walk into a pet store and take a baby home and not realize it's going to be for
right.
Yeah,
I'd like to come to Florida to go fishing. That would be so much fun. I grew up in the mountains fishing for trout and stuff. So, I like
this new place that we're going is surrounded by freaking water. I mean, it's just, there's a lake every 3 freaking yards. They're everywhere. So if you come down, we can go hunt around in those. And I'm sure I'll know them by the time you start coming down.
Oh yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
And we have a river right there.
Yeah, there's a river right there too. But being in the middle of the state, I think we're going to have a lot more natural species than down in the canals around Miami and South Florida.
You're going to have a lot of invasives too.
I'm sure there will be some, but not like there are along the coast where it's more populated. Because most of those invasives are there because people dump freaking fish tanks, right? But out in the middle of the freaking boonies in the very center of the state, I'm willing to bet it's not quite as bad with the invasives. It's probably
bet that it's going to be worse.
You think?
I think so.
I guess we'll see.
Guess we will.
But yeah, that's one of the first things I'm going to do is get out the fishing gear and get out there and see what I can pull up.
Yeah.
Some with big, huge teeth.
If you get some leucistic golden top minnows, I want some.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will see. I am definitely going to be doing a lot of microfishing. I'm pick up a dip net, get out there and pound the brush, see what I can come up with, and I'm sure I will come back with golden tops. So
for research purposes.
Yep.
But just think the type of species that you could do if you did that, dip net in the reeds and stuff, and come up with stuff to come home and put it, in little tanks to look at them.
Yeah. Well, I have a natural saltwater tank that is all Florida. It's sand from the beach. It's literally water from the beach, and it's got all the fish in it I have cast net and caught. So, and that and the crabs and the shrimp and everything else, you know,
Little starfish.
starfish. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sweet.
I'll tell you what, those grunts are scary.
Yeah, those grunts are scary. They're like freaking piranha. One of them bit me, to little bastard.
Did it really?
Yeah.
They always tried to do it.
He didn't bite me that hard, but I mean, he bit me, and I was like, I kind of flinched because I didn't expect to get bit.
Out of reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, Kenny, I just got these Madagascar Rainbows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're sweet, man. I like them. I like them a lot.
Together.
It's still okay.
It's chaos. And what a beta.
I found out what those orange ones are. Those orange ones are, they are Mickey Mouse platies, they call them. They have like, I guess they have like mice on their tails, and they're platies.
I mean, that makes sense from Florida, right?
Right.
Even our fish wear Mickey Mouse hats.
Yeah, I've got this community tank that that came in, and then we got a like 3 bins of little fish that I have no idea what half of them are. So like we've identified the guppies and the mollies and the endlers, but there were these bright orange fish with these Mickey Mouse looking tails, and some lady who was over dropping off some other fish a couple of days ago went, "Oh my God, those are Mickey Mouse platies," and I went, "They are?" So yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Kenny. Yeah, I seen these 6 Madagascar Rainbows at my local LFS, and I said, you know what? I gotta take them.
Yeah.
It was either these 6 or maybe a Doveye wolf cichlid or a rainbow wolf cichlid, and I didn't have a tank big enough for neither one of them, so I took these.
I like them.
Yeah, I was real tempted to take that Doveye though.
Yeah, right.
But I just seen a 350-gallon tank in my future, and I don't see a way of getting it. I don't see a way of getting it.
Well, how about the pools outside? You got those finished yet?
No. I've been so busy trying to clean the yard and repair the yard and get everything else together, and
Right.
broke and no freaking luck and laziness and everything else just kicked in, and
Yeah, I get it.
trying to find a job and filling out applications, you know, it just gets to where you ain't got no damn time left in a day.
I understand that. I do understand that, sir.
We got you, Chubbs.
But
Hey, Mike, do you get money from the government?
No. We're working on it. We have some a grant that we're applied for right now that doesn't that won't be awarded until mid-October, and you know, but there are a whole bunch of people that are applied for that same grant, and I haven't heard a single word about our application. So
now this is for the fish rescue.
Yeah,
because that's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't. I don't know. You know, I see other fish rescues like Ohio Fish Rescue, and those guys don't look like they're hurting one bit. You know,
no.
so
Well, they make a lot of money. Don't kid yourself. Their subscriber base pumps a lot of money into their operation.
No, I totally understand, you know, but I'm just saying is that something that takes years to do, or is that something that you could say, hey, look, I'm a fish rescue. Does the government even give a shit about a fish rescue?
Okay,
because
so
it doesn't seem like they care much about like dog rescues.
They don't, but they do care about environmental stuff, and we fit into that category on a lot of things. So
And preserving native species.
right, so the grant we're applied for is actually for breeding native species and repairing habitats. So if we're awarded, we end up putting up a bunch of breeding tanks for all these individual native species, and then we get to go out on excavations and go get as many of these native species that need to be bred as possible, and put them to work. So the problem is that Florida, specifically Florida, though they love their nature, don't like to put money into it. And with COVID, all of the grants for the last 2 years have all been focused on, you know, COVID and military shit.
For sure.
And this is the very first grant that has been available in Florida for ecology in 2 years. So, and it's a big one too. But I am 99.9% certain that there are thousands of people competing for it. So, you know,
because I mean, it's got to be really hard for a family to be taking on all this, you know, all these pets and stuff, and not having any support. You know, no one's, you know, you're not getting any government money. That's why I always thought that, you know, at least to start out, like, let's say you went and got, I don't know, 10 bettas from somebody, and then you turn around and like put them up for sale to try to find homes for them, and that would help keep your you know, your rescue open and running, because you're going out. It's just like these dog rescues here in Detroit. You know, the people bring dogs in, or they get them wild off the street. They bring them in, they foster them for 30 days, and then they put them up for, you know, people to come get them, you know, and take them home, and they have to pay. You know,
well, so here's how the way we handle that is that,
I mean, I think it's fair.
Some of them, people ask us that they never leave here, and those never leave here.
Right.
Other people are like, I don't care what you do with them, just don't give them back to me. So anyway, people come here all the time, and we tell people, take whatever you want. Please leave a donation that you feel is fitting for the amount of fish you're taking. And 99.9% of the time, they do leave a fairly decent donation. Sometimes people are just like, oh, thanks for the fish, have a nice day. But,
I'm sorry, you got a flat tire in my driveway.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, because see, in just my opinion, if you guys are going to go and pick up animals from someone who can't care for them anymore and is caring enough to call you to come and pick them up and not just flush them down the toilet or, you know, something like that, and you have to pay for gas, wear and tear on your vehicle and your tires, you know, you got to be compensated. So if you turn around and sell them, but you're not selling for huge amounts of money, you know, but enough to put some money in your pocket plus cover all your expenses, I find that to be fair. And then when you get big enough, then of course, you know, things, you know, in the grants kick in, then it won't be that way anymore. You know, you just go do it, and it is like what it is.
We don't put price tags on fish. There are no price tags on any fish in this place. I just literally, when people come and take fish, I say, listen, you're taking, you know, 5 fish. If you can leave a donation that feels fitting to you for that amount of fish, please do. And it's, you know, I mean,
it's appreciated to help us continue care for.
And I'll tell you, the ones that kind of frustrate me are the folks that bring us fish and then say you're welcome. And I'm like, no, man, that's just a bunch of fish I have to feed, dude.
Right.
You know?
What do you mean I'm welcome? Yeah.
You know, but they feel like they're doing you a favor bringing you fish. I'm like, no, dude, you're not doing me a favor. I'm feeding those guys now.
Right.
Yeah.
Lives.
Yeah. To answer Kenny's question, I have 3 males and 3 females on the Madagascar Rainbows, and if I get some more tanks or get able to get a tank open, I'm going to try to get them in their own tank and get them breeding. Sure.
Nice.
Along with the thread fins, I'd like to get them in their own tank too to breed. Got a lot of breeding projects I'd like to do, but just limited on space.
Do you find that they breed better if they're separated like that, rather than if they're in community tanks?
I've already seen the red fins and the Madagascars, even though they've only been here 4 days. The Madagascars have already tried to breed,
Okay.
And you know, I, I don't really think it matters, but yeah, it breed all the time. I mean, that's just how they are.
Right.
What's
Yeah.
up, Griffin? How you doing, buddy? Long time no see.
Hey, Griff, how you doing, man?
Griff.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got convicts in a community tank with big freaking fish. I mean, they're small in comparison, and those little bastards are always pumping out fry.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
you know, the big ones tend to pick them off, but there's always 5 or 6 of them that survive out of every single freaking batch. So I always end up with, you know, a few ex-convicts that have to get
That's the
moved.
same too, because no one ever wants them. You know, they get them. They have 400 babies. They're stuck. Can't take them nowhere. You know, that's the bad thing.
Yeah, we have somebody that's bringing us about, what, 50 to 80 of them.
Yeah, 50 to 80 of them, because her convicts had fry and she didn't know what to do with them, so they're coming here. But the way I am with convicts,
for the bigger fish.
Yeah, I treat the convicts like if they can survive, good for them, and they go in with the cichlids.
Right.
So they get thrown in with the tilapia, they get thrown in with the cichlids, and usually a pretty decent handful of them make it and grow up and make more of them. But the bigger fish do pick them off, so that keeps those numbers down. I have a rescue I have to go check in on this week that I was supposed to go over today, but I had to postpone. But anyway, this woman, her father died, and they have a backyard pool that is absolutely full of freaking fish because he loved his fish. And but then now that he's passed, they want to empty the pool and turn it back into a human pool. So I don't even know what I'm getting into, but she said there's hundreds of them in there. So
Mercy.
yeah.
Take
All
a
right,
big net.
Kenny, have a good one, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in.
See you, Kenny.
Later, Kenny.
Yeah. Probably got some red-tailed cats.
I don't know what the hell's in there, man. I know she
Baku.
sent me she sent me some pictures, and most of what I saw were goldfish, like feeder goldfish, the fancy tail feeder goldfish. But
Goldfish are expensive right now, boy.
Are they?
My buddy's store, just those little, they're maybe, I don't know, inch and a half, well, about 2 inches long with that fancy tail in the back. Those things are $10. I was like, dude, what's up with that? He said it's goldfish are really hard to get and the prices are really high on gold. His goldfish are just astronomically expensive. Yeah,
really?
people know it and they're buying them. Yeah, all with the fancy fins. You know, because I wanted to get them to feed the catfish, you know, and I'm like, they ain't getting that expensive of a meal.
Right.
They get frozen tilapia and frozen what are those silver sides?
Right.
Yeah, we do frozen tilapia for big time.
Yeah. Well, these guys are all big. These guys are all 8 to 15 inches. So.
Oh yeah, see, goldfish are expensive. I mean, they're real expensive right now because you know with the shipping and they're hard to get. Something about getting them from where they come from and stuff. I guess it's an issue. My buddy's story's like, I can't believe I got to sell them. And I work there sometimes, you know, when his employee's not there, he'll call me and ask me to come up there and people, how much are the goldfish? I'm like, I think that's like $10. They're like, what? And they're like, literally, some of them are only an inch long with that fancy tail.
Yeah.
And they get them.
Okay. Well, listen. So, our fish stores around here still have bunches of feeder goldfish for $1 for a dozen.
Well, those are feeders.
Well, yeah, but some of them are the fancy tails.
Oh, see, over here, there's no fancy tail for a feeder goldfish.
Oh,
over
these
here,
are just,
they got goldfish and rosies.
Okay.
Yeah, fancy tail goldfish are never a feeder. Those are sold for pets.
Okay. Well, not here. They throw them all in together. But they come in from the fish farms here super, super, super cheap. It's like 50 cents for 30 of them or something. So
Oh wow.
I mean, they're ridiculously cheap. That is an exaggeration. I don't know exactly how much, but they're cheap. They're cheap.
I don't see
and,
it.
and they're a mixed bag. They're just regular feeder goldfish. Some of them have fancy tails when they grow out. Some of them don't. They don't really separate them. But anyway, the ones I'm going to get out of this pool, she showed me pictures of them, and I mean, some of them are 15 inches long. They're big, freaking fancy tail goldfish. They've been there for years, and I don't know what all is in there though. I mean, those are just what she could catch out of the top of the freaking pool. So we're gonna have to go, and the freaking pool pump doesn't work. It's been broken for years, so we're gonna have to find something and pump it out too.
Dig through the murkiness.
Bring your own sump pump.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll get it worked out. We will get it worked out. Though I really would almost rather wait until we move, because I hate to have to set up a 30-foot pool for these guys and then tear it down and move them. That just sounds stupid, but I think that might be what I have to do.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Such wise words. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's it.
It be what it be.
Gonna be what it be.
Well, I have a feeling a good percentage of them are going to get frozen and be dinner for the catfish.
A good feeling you might be sleeping on the couch.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Well, the wife didn't like that one bit. Shit. You can be coughing your COVID shit out all by yourself tonight.
Right.
It's all in the name of the rescue. If some fish have to sacrifice their lives to provide life for others, well, so be it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works that way.
Yeah. Hey, that's like all that tilapia. Shoot, I'm paying for tilapia. I wish I could get it for free. Dang.
Come get some. I got probably 100 of them.
Something messed up. We're still paying for tilapia to feed the fish and stuff too.
Yeah, we are. We're still buying
for tilapia to feed tilapia.
Yeah, my catfish, the big puppy, will not eat anything except for frozen tilapia.
Oh, my catfish, my gulpers love it.
Yeah,
Love
but
it.
I mean, the live tilapia, he won't mess with them. Doesn't mess with them at all.
And our clown knife loves it.
I had one die, and it was floating at the top of the water all night, and he never touched it. I'm like, there's a fish right there for you to eat. Eat it. Nope.
No, he's like, chop that shit up, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Fillet it, and I'm on.
Yeah.
Hey, but those silver sides, they like the silver sides. At least my catfish do. And it was because I watched that Predatory Fins, and that's what he feeds. So I was like, well, hell, my store's got them. I'll try them. And I just thaw them out and squeeze a little air out of their bellies and drop them in there, and they come out. They tear them up.
Right.
But the fancy tail goldfish, they love them too. Drop some of them in here.
Are you talking about saltwater silver sides, or are they freshwater?
Silver sides are all the same.
Yeah,
saltwater.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. All I know is they're silver sides, and that's what they're called.
It's all the same protein, but the benefit of feeding saltwater bait fish to freshwater is there's no cross contamination. So
right.
Yeah, because I watch that Predatory Fins because he's got he feeds bigger fish, and so it gives me ideas. Like my wife goes to the store and buys like cheap frozen shrimps, little cheaper shrimps, not like really stuff you would eat, and then just thaw it out, throw a handful in there, and they go nuts over it, and stuff like that. But
well,
it's pretty much the same stuff.
When I had my saltwater tank and I had a bunch of predator fish and moray eels and everything else, I used to go to the Chinese market and just get the silver sides and squid and octopus and all kind of stuff, really cheap to feed these this eel. And actually, I got a picture of them right here. Show you. See, there. Big white-eyed moray.
Yeah.
And He was awesome. I mean, he was a great eel. I had him since he was the size of a pencil, literally the size of a pencil, like 4 inches long. You know, thick as round as your pinky finger, and he got up to 4 foot long.
Nice.
In a 75-gallon tank.
Right, right.
And he was an awesome eel. He'd come eat a whole squid right out of my hand.
Right, that's cool.
That's cool.
You know, he was an awesome, awesome fish.
Yeah, luckily we have the bait shops around, and we do that too for those guys who just go grab it from the bait shop.
Yeah. But, you know, I had the luxury of having, you know, people going out on shrimp boats that I knew, and they'd bring me back, you know, the catches and, you know, all the fresh squid, fresh mantis shrimp, and fresh all kind of shit. You know, you never know what they could bring. And I thought, look, bring me all the weird shit that you can keep. Right. Some shit they can't keep.
Right.
So look, anything you can keep, I can feed my fish. Just bring it to me. I'll chop it up, whatever, you know. And bruh, my fish had the luxury of being in South Louisiana.
Well, that's why he got 3 foot long, brother. You're feeding him the good stuff.
He got 4 foot in a 4 foot tank.
Yeah.
That's the size of a child.
He was literally big as round as a cabbage ball.
Right.
I mean, he was massive.
He was amazing.
But
yeah, my buddy Victor just brought me one of those today or yesterday. It's one of the brown snowflake eels, but he caught it in his creek, so it's now in the Texas.
A Philippine caught white-eyed moray eel.
Very cool.
And I had the lineage on it, you know, where it came from, everything, and it was a baby when it came into the States.
Right.
And I got it when it was about 6 inches long, and it was a little bit over 4 foot because his head would be on one end of the tank and his tail would be on the other. And he was literally as big as round as a cabbage ball.
Gotcha.
He was huge. I had him for probably 3 years, 4 years.
Right. I don't know. The couple of eels that we have, we've got snowflake eel that is in the brackish tank because they're not actually freshwater eels. They call them freshwater eels, but they're not. They have to go brackish as they get a little older, and then they eventually go full salt. But they keep growing in length, but not really in girth. So, like, I've got this you know.
I always had that problem.
He's only about an inch around. He's just real thin.
And we can feed the heck out of him.
Yeah, he's fed well. He just, I don't know.
We just got a burster in too. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, we just got a brochure in.
So happy about that.
He's cool. And I got a guy I've been trying to make a deal with. He's got a rainbow pike cichlid that I have. It's like on my top 10 list of fish that I want, and it's going to be way too big for his tank at some point here, but it hasn't outgrown it yet. So I keep trying to trade him fish.
All right.
Yeah. But he hasn't bit yet.
Yeah. Well, I think it's about time to call it a night. We've been going for 3 hours, so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Gotta get going. Got other shit to deal with before I get to bed.
Yeah. I actually should have been in bed an hour ago, but whatever.
Yep,
Same here.
Everybody's voice. Chubbs, I'm glad to hear that you guys made it through, and you and your family.
Yep. If I had more battery, I gotta show you what I got going on, but you can probably go to the front of the stream and check it out. But yeah, I only got 3% battery left on, and I'm plugged up. So if I disconnect, you ain't gonna see nothing.
Right.
All right, Chubb.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me up, man.
All right.
Hey, yeah, good hanging with you guys, man. I will.
Yeah,
we'll
same
see.
here.
hopefully we'll have some good news tomorrow and be in better spirits because if this freaking place goes through, the whole world changes for us. So
We're
Yeah.
gonna keep making some more of those filter videos too.
Oh yeah, I will. I have some stuff planned actually.
Yeah, I
But,
like those. Those are pretty cool. It's like, look at this, bitch. It's clear.
Right?
Well, yeah,
I
and
like
for
that.
less than $50, man.
Yeah, that's
Less
what I
than
like.
$50.
It's kind of like, giving the big FU to the pet store. Look at this. So bring me all your broken canister filters.
Yeah,
I'll
Yeah.
sell you a sump.
Right.
oh, yeah. I got a guy that just asked me if I would build him one, and I'm like, yeah, $150, I'll build you one. He's like, all right, cool. Except then he went and did something else. So I don't know.
She went with that.
Went and bought a bunch of freaking sponge filters. Okay.
Hey, if anybody hears from Vinny, then like post it somewhere so we can all know he's okay.
Yeah, I'll call him again in the morning and make sure he's all right. I don't know what's up with
Just
that guy.
call the drunk tank or something in New York.
Yeah, maybe.
Start calling
Maybe.
hospitals. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Vinny's Aquatics up in there? Yeah, who'd he beat up? What's his
We
bail?
have a guy in there talking about puffers. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably drunk talking about puffers and arowanas.
Yeah,
Yep, that's him.
Yeah.
that's the guy.
The guy with the brown thumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Can't keep a fucking plant alive.
Man, Chubbs, will you send me some damn plants,
Please.
please?
I would love to.
I know. Stuff's tough. But when it's not tough, will you send me some damn plants?
Fucking right, I would. No doubt.
Cool. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Dude, there's no doubt I will send you some.
I know. I appreciate you, man. I'm just giving you the business for a minute.
Yep.
Suppose go
And I deserve it because you know what? To this day, I have not sent out any plant that I said that I would. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Everybody that I ever said that I would send out plants to, and I know your name by heart, and I'm going to send them to you. I just have to get right first.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the way back to Larry. Larry D was the first one to win something off of me, and I still haven't sent him that damn crib.
God, you bastard.
But you know what? Hey, I've been, bruh, it seems like as soon as I start to come out the hole, it drops fucking 20 levels.
Oh, I know, man. Believe me, I know. Just 2 months ago, I was sitting around in my house knowing it was my house. And all of a sudden, 2 months later, it's not my house anymore. And I'm scrambling for pennies to get somewhere to hang my hat. I get it.
Well, and our roof messed up by the hurricane.
Oh, yeah. And the hurricane had just broken a hole in the roof. So, I got buckets.
Fucking
that's fun.
Ida done destroyed everything over here. I mean, we're barely surviving, dude. I mean, we got one bag of whole chicken that's chopped up and 2 pork roasts in the freezer and maybe a dozen eggs and a half a gallon of milk left.
Right.
With 9 people in the house. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, dude, we're fucking struggling bad over here.
All right. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work. We fed 11 people with a bag of potatoes last night.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We make do down here. We do what we do.
Yeah.
If it gets too tight, well, we ain't gonna have no more fish in the fish room.
Right. Wow. Right now, all of your fish are hiding.
Hey, they all suspect to get on the chopping board next.
Wow.
Tell you what, it's getting real down here.
Yeah, I get you, brother. I get you. I guess I could definitely eat the tilapia if worse comes to worse, but I don't like tilapia.
Hey, them fucking red-tailed catfish got a lot of meat on them yet.
I am not eating Big Puppy.
Hey, back up.
Well, no. Well, no. Anyway, yeah, I would not eat a red-tailed catfish, you know, if I raised it. But I have eaten one, but I
Yeah.
didn't raise it. Anyway,
No.
I'm getting the hell out of here. Y'all have a
All
good
right,
day.
brother.
Appreciate you coming up. Appreciate everybody
Yeah, man.
showing up, staying in, tuning in, watching me. Still got 20 people here. What the fuck? After 3.5 hours. All right, y'all be cool. I'll talk with y'all later.
All right, man. See you,
Peace
Chubbs.
out.
Bye, everybody.